There we go. And I'll open the chat on this just in case anybody comes in. Nobody's going to come in. There we go. Now, we shall begin as we shall get into Atis Cantata of Despair on the world of Atis, on the continent of Maphul, as foul beasts have risen up from the night, beginning to slaughter and raid, destroying homes, leaving only carnage in their wake, as rumors begin to float about that somewhere deep within the country, past the desert, a large castle rose up from the underground itself. As it did, horrid beasts of the night began flooding out onto the streets, slaughtering anyone in their path. But we did not start with anything quite as grand, as we start with two people traveling on the road, actually. Their destination, the small village of Damarel, which lies...
You're cutting out.
Am I?
Yeah, just
okay, 1 second then. Sorry.
You've also still got the title as winning, Lisa.
No, it changed just now. I just changed it.
You have to refresh your page to see the change.
Yeah. Okay, am I still cutting out?
Isn't Tim rolling that right front?
It is.
Am I back?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. What did you get most of everything, or?
Yeah, no, we got everything.
Yeah.
Perfect
Okay.
for me.
So I will let me start the sentence again. We start with nothing quite as grand as we start with two people traveling on the road towards the small village of Damarel. It was a small mining village that now really just deals in the excess metals and weapons that it is kept in stock because of its mining. As you travel the roads, and it's about the beginning of winter, some snow is laid out on the road as two folk begin traveling towards Damarel. As Astrid and Soren, you, up until this point, were traveling alone until you had ran into each other about a day ago, and deciding that your destination was you were going to the same destination, you decided to pair up and travel together. Strength in numbers, as the roads have not necessarily become more dangerous on this side of the country yet, but you can't be too careful. There's a tension in the air as you travel nowadays, not knowing when the horde can hit at any time. As you are traveling, it's rather cold, but you two are local. Well, you've been living here for a good amount of time at the very least, and you know the winters are cold. So you've prepared well. As you see in the distance the small village of Damarel, it is about an hour off as you notice it. What do you do?
It's morning, you said?
It's like mid-afternoonish right now. It's probably like early afternoon. Like 12, if you were to hazard a guess.
And Alex, how far off? I'm sorry if I missed that.
Maybe about an hour of walking off. I would say that to lower the risk of running into anything that could possibly attack you, you began traveling early, maybe even skipping a full breakfast. So I'd say around this time, seeing it off in the distance, you may begin to grow hungry. But what do you all do? What do you two do?
Well, might be nice to actually get to have a proper meal. What do you say, Astrid?
Hey, my cooking's not that bad.
I only tease. It would be more nice to actually sit down in a building and eat. I don't mind your cooking one bit.
It's too cold out here to enjoy anything.
Shall we get going?
Onward and upward.
So, you two continue traveling?
Yep.
Alright. As you continue traveling, making a decent pace, as you manage to get there, not within the hour, but within about 45 minutes, close to the hour mark, as you reach the outskirts of the village, and you've been to many villages in your travels across the country to get here by this point, and usually what you expect to see is guard, at the very least, waiting at the outskirts looking for people to come in, as you are following the main road, so logic dictates that there should at least be some guard standing by near the main road keeping an eye out for travelers or any sort of unsightly beasts or people. But there is no one there, as the town looks rather not derelict, but empty and not abandoned, but you can tell that there are not a lot of people out right now. Even
inactive.
Inactive at the moment, yes. Though you see a puff of smoke in the air that looks to be what could be coming from a fireplace somewhere in the village. Only one, though, and you're usually used to seeing more than that, but
Does there look like there's an inn around? Somewhere nice and warm?
you can't spot one on the outskirts. Though, roll me a perception to see if you could duck and weave through, looking between buildings and such as you're making your way closer to the village. You spot what looks like a large 4-story building off in the distance. Probably the largest building that you can see at the moment. That appears to be where this puff of smoke is actually coming from.
Does the building look on fire?
No! I had clarified that it looked like it was coming from a fireplace and not a fire.
Just making sure.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Big building, plume of smoke. Sounds like there's fire there. Can probably cook or eat.
Yeah, let's make our way over there.
You head into the town?
Yeah, could I try to take a feel to see if I sense the thing that the feeling, we'll say, that I've been tracking for a while now?
Sure. Let me look at your character sheet real quick.
Okay.
Just give me a charisma roll. You've become pretty akin to this feeling, so you you rely on your strongest senses by this point, as you sense about and you don't feel anything at this moment.
Okay. You, Astrid, you would certainly see him like focus for a moment, just kind of taking his surroundings, which you've probably seen him do a handful of times by now as you've traveled with him. And unlike any of the times before, he looks relieved after it. Still following you to the building, though.
All good in there?
Yeah, no bad feelings here.
That's great.
Oh, it is good. It's nice to be in a village where there are no bad feelings.
Bad? I'm just not sure what he means, and I'm gonna continue on.
The thing I sent you in the message about him tracking the thing responsible, it's tied. You would already have known from conversations. It's tied to that event.
You can track them. Okay.
I can sense them. Yes.
So, okay. Go ahead if you're saying something.
Intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
But hungry. Let's keep going.
So, as you two make your way through this town, you look around as you're traveling and you catch glimpses of many of these are small village buildings, mostly made of what looks like half timber, half brick most of the time. Maybe some buildings with stone, but most of them very basic materials. As you're looking around, you see that a lot of the windows and doors are boarded up and blocked off. And as you're passing, you catch glimpses of some people on the inside of these buildings through windows that they are attempting to board off, giving you looks, first, of a jump of fear as they take a look at Astrid, but then a sort of a subtle calm as they see that you two are just walking right now at the moment. At least a couple of these people. Some of them pay almost no mind. Some of them give a glare, a worrying one, as if they're cautious, but you can tell it's not out of spite or anger.
Mm-hmm.
The town seems to be very on edge as you continue through, and you find yourself in front of this large 4-story building with this plume of smoke coming from a chimney at the top of it. And at this one, you do actually spot what looks like what could be a guard if it was a guard for, say, a very poor town in a very poor country. They have sort of like makeshift, out of what they could find, armor with decent looking weaponry, actually. The weapons look to be in not great quality, but better than you'd expect for someone of this caliber at the very least, as they stand there shaking a bit in the cold or out of fear, you can't tell, as they see you two approach. As at Astrid's sight, he jumps a bit, but then calms down seeing Soren as he goes, "What are you two here for? Who are you?"
Just looking for a place to sit, rest comfortably, maybe get something to eat.
You can get something to eat inside, but if you shouldn't stay in the town if you're not here to do anything.
You mean about the problems that have been occurring?
Yeah, they should get out of here as soon as possible.
I was looking to help.
You looking to help?
Yes.
Splendid, then. Wonderful. Sorry. I'm not used to this. You can speak to, either Job or Darius inside. They can help you there. They've kind of taken the initiative on trying to protect the town.
Darius, you say?
Yes, and, Job.
And what?
And Job.
Yub.
Job.
Yub. Spell, please.
That's how it's spelled.
Alright.
Yob.
Certainly
okay.
not how he's pronouncing it. I know how it's pronounced, Zach.
Okay, I just didn't know. Alright.
Alright.
Listen, I didn't know if, your NPCs knew how to pronounce my goddamn name, considering I've been living here for like over 40 years.
This guy doesn't, but mainly because it's spelled gob, and it's confusing the way it's pronounced to him.
Right, got it. He's one of those. Alright, cool. Move.
Yes, they've kind of taken initiative on helping the more technical stuff for this as well. The royal paladin and the priest as well, but they haven't been doing as much.
The royal paladins and priests.
Royal paladin.
Not been doing much.
They've been up in the church doing something, but we haven't seen them for a while.
Then how are you sure they're even there still?
The royal paladin is a good woman. She grew up here. She wouldn't run. You can both do a history check on the term royal paladin if you wish, by the way.
Absolutely. I'm a local. Does that help me at all?
Yes.
I'm
Okay, sure he's not talking yobbledy-goops.
So, both of those are enough, evidently, as even if not a local, these is pretty common information nowadays. The Royal Paladins are a group of paladins who are in service directly to the crown. They take orders from the only royalty. They do not get orders from the generals of the military. They only get orders from, say, one of the princes or princesses or the king himself. They are generally a small order, but they are pretty renowned in Maphul. Most people consider them to be almost of hero stature.
Gotcha.
Overall, there's a lot of good feelings towards them and the royal family in general.
All right. Well, hopefully they make an appearance sometime, but I will see the two that you suggested. Thank you.
Thank you for coming to help them. As he'll stand there for a moment, then oh, sorry. As he goes and tries to open the door for you.
I could have gotten it, but thank you, sir.
No, it's what I was assigned to do. So.
Well, you're doing a wonderful job, and so I'll just kind of give a smile and move along.
All right. As you two enter this tavern, as you see what looks to be in normal conditions, what would be a rather fine-looking large tavern with several tables, a bar at the end of it. But you can see right at the moment it's been turned into a kind of a makeshift militia camp, as a lot of the tables are pushed together and being used for things like putting maps on them, and the bar in the back actually has what looks like a... Well, Zach, would you want to describe your character? As well, does Ben or Andrew want to describe their characters?
I'll let Zach go first.
Alright. So you see sort of a thick, stumpy, almost looks like he could be, he looks human basically. A little bit shorter, on the shorter side, but stocky build.
Little on the stocky build side.
He's got common looking clothes, but kind of just covered in a bunch of like straps, carrying odds and ends, things that he's just kind of deemed necessary on any given
I'll be back.
basis.
Just keep going. I'll just be unusually quiet.
No worries. Gruff looking demeanor, like a 5 o'clock shadow basically. Very, very short, grayish white hair. And he's got a big hammer, leaning up against the table, and he's just taken out. Looks like a hand rolled cigarette. And he lights it.
As
big billow of smoke out of it.
As you see him, he is behind the bar next to what looks like an anvil and several weapons and pieces of armor and shields laid out across the counter. And they're made from what looks like mostly makeshift materials, but you can tell that despite not being made of the best things to make weapons with, they're in pretty good condition and look to be pretty functional. As well as you see him, and as well you see at one of these tables, standing over it, very tall man, standing at what looks like a map. A very tall, about 6'4" man with tannish skin, who has this kind of muscular, stocky build that's loud. As he's standing over what looks like this map, he has longer, black, darker brown hair with brownish, darker brown eyes, as I have a token for him too. As he's standing over that map there. As a Job, you would have seen them walk in. You would have seen these two. Cutting to now Ben, do you wish to describe your character?
Sure. Standing about 6 foot tallish, about average height, average human height. Definitely has a natural glow about him that is more than a human. He has long black hair that he generally keeps tied behind his head. He has dark blue eyes that are not dark blue eyes. I'm sorry, dark golden eyes, and he's wearing proper Maphul colors and actually higher quality appearance. Depending on the character, I would guess, but if someone has a keen enough eye and good enough knowledge of jewelry or adornments, you can tell that most of the gold that is not just cloth on his clothing, mixing it with the teal and the black, that the gold metal is not real gold. It's what is it called? Costume jewelry kind of gold. It looks nice, but it's not anything worth anything.
Here's Jobs. Then here we have Soren. Wearing proper Maphul colors.
His right hand is covered fully with a glove and the clothing, but his left hand has his glove has open finger holes, so you can actually see his fingers on his left hand.
Go ahead.
Has a general, smile about him as he, a look of positivity, I think, is what would be described naturally on his face.
Certainly on these times, as this is what Andrew's character looks like. It's a bit blurry, but since he is not here to describe himself at the moment, we will go with that. As Job, you see these two enter, as giving you a short rundown of what you know of the situation so far. You and a couple people have been working to try and come up with some sort of way to defend this town and make a defensible position for when the army gets here. You are working with a Darius, who you don't know his last name. He's been living here for a bit. He's a good enough man. He's a bit gruff and hard to talk to at first, but he's well-mannered enough, and he seems to know his way around the forge a bit better than anyone who's just an average man should. But you've learned from small prior talkings with him and from talk in the town, that he doesn't like to talk about his past. He's kind of spearheaded this entire push towards helping defend the town with you as well, and as well a royal paladin, whose name I can give you in a minute, because you would have met her and the priest. A royal paladin by the name of Colette Stonegaze as well has been a big help in trying to defend this town, as her and a priest, Roderick Harthen, had went up to the church a couple days ago to start creating something that they were asked to by Darius.
Alright.
As you see these two enter. You can describe your character now, Andrew, if you want.
Yes. Medium build, longish silver hair. I'm trying to figure out how I want to describe. Right. She's wearing very light clothing, like almost cloth, with a long cloak and a cloth mask over half of her face. The one eye that you can see is shining golden. She's about 5'8". I don't know how else to describe her.
So, you see those two walk in, and as well...
Is she stacked? Is she stacked?
Rude.
Always question number one.
So, as well, Soren and Astrid, as you two walk in, you see Job, you see that tall man at the table looking at a map.
I'm gonna correct the DM just so that when you
Job's?
It's
Job? Okay.
Like if an NPC or a PC gets it
That's
wrong,
fine.
I don't
That's
really
fine.
care.
Then
I don't
it's
really
Job.
care as
Job.
much. But
It slipped my mind for a moment. Job.
No, it's cool.
Job.
I just want to make sure that you got it right.
Right. There will be NPCs that know how to pronounce it
Yeah.
too. So.
No, if everybody else gets it wrong, I really don't care.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Because Job wouldn't care.
I knew it
Is
too.
anyone drinking in the bar?
I knew it too, but
Okay.
What was that, Boom?
I said, is anyone drinking?
I don't think it's so much a bar at this point.
Well, it's a tavern, isn't it?
It's funny that Damocles is not here yet. Asked the question, but no offense, Boom.
I'm aware.
I know it's just funny that you asked that because I was about to get into that actually before the correction from Zach, which I appreciate. Not me complaining. Thank you, Job. As you look around and you see that this has been turned into a makeshift base of operations for these people. As you see, there's like one or two tables where like there are people on break having a drink, and at the corner of the room, in kind of like a single chair, there's a kind of a beaten down looking man in that same armor with his shield on the ground and an axe slumped to the side against the wall, who's just drinking a mug of something in the corner of the room. He appears to be very beaten down, not looking too up in spirits.
A mug,
Yes, a mug.
not a joblet.
No,
Sorry.
not a joblet.
That's been eating me up for about 5 minutes.
Oh well, it's
Yep.
good.
That was good.
good.
That was good,
That was-
honestly.
That's real good.
We're gonna be doing that a lot.
If I could give you inspiration for jokes, I would. Anyway, that is what you two see. That is what you see, Job, as they enter.
Go ahead.
Can we help you?
That depends. If you are Yab or Darius, then yes.
This one's here's Darius, and it's Job, but no
Jove. I'm sorry. The man at the door said Yab. I apologize sincerely.
oh no, don't worry about it. That's Danny. He ain't really all there. I told him like multiple times, but it's no sweat. What can we do for you?
Myself, I'm Soren. This is Astrid. We're looking for three things: a place to stay, a place to eat, and a way to help.
Yeah, all right. Well, we could probably find somewhere to fix you up with. And I think Deirdre's putting on a stew real soon. As far as helping, what do you know?
Well, Andrew,
Yes. What do we know?
they think we hear you breathing.
You do?
Slightly. I didn't notice it until Ben pointed it out.
Sorry.
my-
But I'm also in
my-
DM mode right now, so that's probably why I didn't notice it.
I'll raise the mic up a little bit. My hay fever is kicking my ass today.
Sorry, man.
No ways.
Anyways, what Sword was gonna say? Well, as far as the cooking goes, I think Astrid could probably help quite a bit with the flavor department, at least. I haven't tasted the food yet, but Astrid's a qualified cook. As far as I go, well, if you need something burned, I can burn it. And he'll just like open his hand and use control flames to like make a fire dance in his hand, and then close it.
Huh.
As you two are having this conversation, Job, you can very easily see, you see, as you're looking at them and you take a look at Darius at some point, that he is very clearly busy at the moment. He's in the middle of going down with something, with some of the makeshift recruited militiamen at the map table at the moment.
I give him a, elbow. Darius,
As
folk want to help.
as he goes, I'll need a minute. Can you handle it till I'm done?
Shit, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Thank you, Job.
All right. I come around from around the table.
Yeah.
Pick up my hammer. Well, I guess. Yeah. How do you do? I stick my hand out for a shake. Name's Job Thurgood.
Shaking your hand.
Evening. So yeah, I guess pretty much we're just looking for some fine folk who can take care of this nastiness that's been spreading about. I don't know how much you're aware of. I've been pretty much hitting the hills, hitting the woods every day for a couple of weeks since our Lord kind of dipped out on us all chalantly, I guess you would put it, Darius. Yeah, these freaks, these beasts, nasty things been coming out, trying to make harm and snatch us up. So, I've just been putting in work.
As you finish up speaking, you see Darius wrapping up what he was doing as he begins to approach as well.
Yes, well, I can't say I've been directly dealing with your problem for very long, but I am looking to help while I'm searching for things, and it might be nice to settle down here for a short bit to take care of things.
As Darius finishes making his way over, looks to you, Job, as he goes, are these people here to help? As he looks to you too.
Yeah, so this is, sorry, you said Soren, and
That's correct.
what was your name, lady?
Astrid.
Astrid. Soren and Astrid here, looking to help and possibly somewhere to allow their heads, and I call out somewhere into the back. Deirdre, you got that stew on yet?
I'll go see if I can give her a hand.
As Darius,
Actually, that's probably not a bad idea. Don't tell her I said anything, but it tastes like the boiled shit.
as Darius looks out to you two before he goes and goes, glad to see we have more people to help. As he offers his hand out to you first, Soren. He's very big hand. As you shake his hand, he has a very firm handshake.
Out of curiosity, I assume most people. Never mind. Everyone's shaking with their right hand.
Yeah, just so there's a clear distinction. Job also has a very firm hand.
Yes. As he speaks
a
out.
clear distinction, Soren doesn't.
As he speaks out, he goes, I'm Darius.
Soren. Solarwing.
So you two want to help? You two experienced with fighting, doing things?
Decently experienced. I'm very qualified to handle myself in a fight, I would say.
I've already walked off to the kitchen.
I'm giving Soren a complete up and down. Does he seem like he could handle him?
Yeah, he looks like a wimp. Like he's got a swimmer's build.
I'm not talking about just physicality. I'm talking about all throughout.
How do you tell how magically powerful someone is by just looking at them?
You don't.
No, I ain't talking about magic prowess.
No. I understand what you're looking for.
Have
Give
you
me
got the chutzpah, boy?
give me a perception check as you're looking at him.
The fuck just happened?
Did you hear me?
I
did.
did. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Why are those 3D dice completely black? That's scary.
Oh shit! What the fuck? Hang
As
on.
you give him a look over, and he does not seem very strong, but you can see that he looks to be a bit nimble. He looks like he could be rather nimble, actually.
Oh, I know why. Because I chose a hex code color that the game probably doesn't have.
Okay, but yeah, he doesn't look too strong, but he looks like he'd be quick and nimble if it came down to it.
He's quick and nimble when he needs to be. Can he float through the air and climb up trees?
Yes.
Well then,
Actually?
hey, he's Tiny Kong, guys. It's easy.
Is there any tasks that you all need help with this late afternoon or early evening that I might be able to help?
Too many. A lot of tasks need to be done. We're trying to set up a wall around the town, using whatever lumber we have left.
Probably best I don't help with that.
Right. As well, we have several plans. The Lord absconded from the village a while ago, after he learned that the army wouldn't be here anytime soon to stop the horde. And he took all the militia with him, leaving his estate abandoned. None of us have gotten the chance to give a look over to the estate to see if it has anything useful, but the estate's at the back of the back of the village. We're wanting to evacuate the entire village there for when they come at night. That's when they've been coming, so that we can get the non-combatants out of there. So that the most damage they can do is towards just the buildings.
I'm confused on whether or not I'm following correctly, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Was he saying he wants to evacuate people to the estate or from the estate?
Two.
Okay, but he needs it checked out first.
Well, nobody's checked it out first.
Okay.
And he goes, as well, the royal paladin and the priest might need some help up at the church. They're preparing some pretty important things for us. Holy water, holy oil.
Well, not sure I can make anything holy. I can do some healing if needed, but nothing fancy.
There's the physician and the alchemist. They could possibly use your help then.
Are there injured that are needing tended to right now, or is that something that I could help with after using my investigative skills, should we say, in the estate?
I don't think there are any extremely injured right now, but do you know how to make potions?
I do not. I apologize. I can manage a healer's kit, but that's about it.
I turned to Darius and was going. Actually, I was looking to check out that estate once and for all this evening. If you didn't mind if I hopped into it, but having a couple of extra hands might help me out there. That wouldn't be too.
He takes a glance over to the shields, armor pieces, and swords all up on the table, and
I think that this.
And he nods and he goes, "You've done a lot."
It's pretty much as far as I can get in this respective field for the night.
Yeah, I think we have some extra. Well, that would really help if you could investigate the banner at least. That's one thing we can get done. Hopefully we can get the wall finished, but...
Yeah, maybe we can even get started on preparing some rooms and setting up some defenses in that regard.
Hopefully we don't need to. Astrid, as you make your way towards the kitchen, you get behind the counter, and then actually you see what looks like a human woman, tall for a human woman actually, as she steps out in a barmaid outfit with a large pot, and you can smell what smells like stew coming from it as she steps out. As she kind of calls out to the entire room, "Oh, yeah, the food's ready. I hope you're all ready to have some stew."
I'm ready to have some soup.
Certainly. As she's setting down the pot on the table, and then goes back into the back as she goes, "Just 1 minute, I have to go fetch some bowls for everyone." As you wait there, and that was weird. As the conversation continues over there, as what do you do, Astrid? Are you gonna wait behind the counter, or are you gonna go sit somewhere, or?
Can I examine the stew?
Sure, the pot's open. You can examine it. Are you just using a visual look at it, or?
I'd like to get a little bit on my finger and taste it.
It tastes decent enough. You can tell that this was made using supplies that they have, not that are the best for it. It's not terrible, but it's certainly not the most delicious thing you've ever eaten.
It's edible.
Yeah. It'll fill your belly.
Can I grab something from my spice bag to try and spice it up a little bit?
Sure. Roll me cooking tools. See what you do.
I'm trained in cooking tools.
I know.
Did I put them? I did. Proficiency.
It uses. I do proficiencies using your main stat that you use for
cool.
those things. Oh my god! As you sneak in some spices to enhance the taste, as you do it rather quickly. Roll me a sleight of hand check. See if you do it before she gets back. Actually. Wow.
Oh shit.
As you do it very quickly, as you add these spices into the stew, as she steps back out with a large tower of bowls in her hand, as she sets it down and she looks at you and goes, "Ready to eat then?"
Looks delicious.
My thank you. As she starts taking some stew out of the bowl and with a ladle, as she dumps it into one of the bowls for you and hands it to you.
I'm gonna. Is the bowl full or?
Yeah, there's a lot of stew in there.
Cool. I'll take it and I'll look for like a back area to go sit by myself.
We'll say you managed to find somewhere. You managed to find a back area closer to that man who's just slumped over having a drink.
Sounds good. I'll eat there.
As Darius looks to you two and goes, "Should probably eat before you do anything, though. Give me 1 second. Can't hear anything. My headset broke."
Yeah, Soren, you must have been
Okay.
coming a bit of
I'm
a
back.
ways. Get some food in your belly. I was just pulling hairs when I said earlier about that boiled boot thing. It's not that.
As
Well, if Astrid helped with it, I'm sure it'll be delightfully good.
As Darius looks at you as well and he goes, "I can get lodgings for your friends, but don't expect sleep tonight because they come at the night time."
Yeah, we'll sleep in the morning.
Yeah,
How we've been doing it.
good. Be prepared for a long night.
Very bad. So are you joining us for the food, Job?
Oh, no, I'm alright. I'll just make sure everybody else gets some.
As Darius looks at you and he goes, "You've been doing a lot of work, Job. You should get something to eat. Rest a bit before going to investigate."
I mean, alright.
Half this town wouldn't be armed if it wasn't for you.
You don't need to pull my leg. I'll get on it. Grab.
As Danger starts handing out the food around the room, giving it to everybody. As Astrid, you see Astrid off in the corner, sitting by herself. Soren.
I will, once I get my bowl, I'm going to make sure I walk near Job real quick and go, I'm going to go sit with Astrid. You'd be welcome to join us, Job. You seem nice enough. And we're going to be traveling together soon anyways, so...
yeah, alright. That sounds nice.
I will go sit by Astrid.
Alright.
I'll do a once-over, just cursory glance over the rest of the armor and weapons at the table, just make sure everything's in working order, make sure everything's,
They're in working order. It's not perfect. It's not how you would ideally want them to come out, but you weren't using the best materials for it.
Makeshift. Make do with what you got.
But
make sure everybody else has got a bowl.
Yeah, as everyone else is getting their bowl. Okay. Roll me sleight of hand, Andrew.
No.
Cool.
What's your passive perception, Soren, as you're approaching?
A 12?
You approach Astrid. Everything seems in order.
You doing alright, Astrid?
And like half of the food is gone.
Damn.
Keep in mind it's been like 6 seconds.
I'll take a spoonful of this.
It tastes better than usual. A lot better.
Hey, Andrew, answer a question for me real quick if you could. Since we've been traveling together, has Soren physically seen Astrid eat?
No. Every time she cooks, she will take the food away from you and eat, and then return.
I see. So upon sitting down, Soren seeing that all your food's not gone, Astrid, would you like some privacy so you can finish your meal?
Much kindness, and she'll take her leave. We'll go somewhere else.
Okay, fair enough. As Job, the food tastes a lot better than usual.
Damn.
Job.
Job.
Yeah, I know.
What'd she put in here? It's pretty.
She has spices and the like that she seasons with. She's made some rather terrible meals taste actually pretty good.
Well, that's a pretty convenient, useful talent.
So,
especially in these parts.
A wonderful talent when you're traveling in these parts.
So as you two are sitting enjoying your conversation, Deidre's going around and handing everyone their food as she gets to this kind of beaten down man in the corner who's has a bottle in his hand, kind of slumped. You can tell he's very drunk. As she looks at him, there's pity on her face as she goes, Isaac, you know you're not supposed to be drinking anymore. You have to have your head proper so that when this thing happens. And he kind of waves her off and goes, fuck off. As he goes, Isaac, please, you can't be like this. You have to be at your best to help the town. As she holds out the bowl towards him as he goes, I said fuck off, as he swings his hand, knocking the bowl out of her hand as she stumbles back a bit, letting out a gasp as the room goes quiet, as all eyes are on him now, as he looks out towards everyone. He goes, oh, what you fucking looking at anyway? And it is fucking matters.
I get up and I try to, quickly, subtly, not I'm trying to restrain him a little bit, and I'm just gonna
as he sees you come over, he goes, fuck off, all of you. We're all fucking.
Isaac,
I don't want to fucking hear it. We're all fucking dead come night time anyway.
We're all friends here, Isaac. There's no need to get all in a.
You think it's gonna fucking matter? It's all gonna fucking end. What are we gonna fucking do against a horde of bloody vampires and whatever? We're all dead come nightfall. What do you all think, some fucking bloody designed vampire killer's gonna walk through that fucking door. And as he says that, actually, the door swings open loudly. As, you hear what sounds like Danny from outside let out a yelp of fear as a rather tall figure steps into the room. As Damocles, you may describe yourself if you wish.
My character appearance reads: towering and huge, Damocles is built to withstand immense punishment while intimidating his foes.
Sounds about right.
As the room goes quiet and everyone's eyes kinda locks on Damocles, all standing there just looking at him. Darius eyeing him, everyone eyeing him. Isaac is now quiet as he's looking at him wide-eyed as... Damocles, how tall are you?
7 foot.
So you're a good, like, 5 inches taller than him, as he's just looking up at you.
To get through the door.
Yeah, you duck to get through the door as he stands there. As Damocles, you have made your way to this town, hearing that it is in the direct path of this horde that is supposedly under the command of vampires. Knowing that it's your...
dead, and holding one hand brace my weapon, I'm going to slowly look around the room. Divine sense.
You sense no undead, no fiends, and no celestials.
Oh, relax. Salutations.
As, this tall, tan man looks out at you and he goes, "Hello, who are you?"
I am Damocles.
"Nice to meet you, Damocles. Why are you here?"
I come hunting vampires.
You're certainly in the right place then, I suppose. You're here to help then?
Indeed.
Good. As he looks around as he goes, "Everyone calm down now. Get back to what you were doing." As he walks over to you, Damocles. And he's a tall guy, and you're a couple inches taller than him as well, as he has to look up at you. So he goes, "Good to meet you," as he holds out his hand for a handshake.
I'll shake back.
As all of the rest of you are all seeing this as well. As, he goes, "Do you need anything to eat?"
No.
He goes, "Good, alright. They don't come till, nighttime. We're trying to prepare the town to be a bit more defensible. What, think you could do
How
anything?"
many and for how long?
We don't know how many, but they usually show up around the time the sun goes down. And the sun goes down usually around, 7. Damocles, as
Do you have fighters?
Oh, we have townsfolk turned fighters. And some people more experienced.
I'm gonna,
Have a royal paladin up at the church with a priest preparing some holy utensils to fight back.
I'm gonna pick up my remaining stew, kind of forcefully shove it into Isaac's hands. I look at him and I'm like, "You sit the fuck down, shut your mouth, and eat this goddamn stew."
As his eyes lock on Damocles, then looks to you as he just nods and gets up and goes back to his chair.
And I make my way over to Damocles.
Salutations.
Yeah. Yeah, salutations. Damocles, was it?
Indeed.
Right. Okay. Job Thurgood. I hold my hand out.
Job, good. I'll shake you by the hand.
All right. Well, a bunch of us were just about to head out. You looking to help?
Will you be back before nightfall?
We'll be out and about during nightfall. So, yeah.
You all should come back at about 4, so that we can establish the plan and get ready. I've been working on something.
So long as we're here come nightfall, I will accompany you.
As Darius looks to you again, Job, as he goes, going to the manor then to investigate?
Yep, that seems to be the plan.
Right. Do me a favor.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Okay. Do me a favor, on the way back, if you have time, check up at the church and see if
Yeah.
they need any help there.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I'll try to get these walls finished and see if we can get any healing potions made at the alchemist.
Alright, cool. Sounds like a plan.
Would I have finished helping Deidre clean up the mess?
Yeah. She would thank you deeply as she bows her head.
Soren just bows his head back to her and kind of look over at the talk that's been going on over there and walk over to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you a big one? Look up at Damocles.
I'll look down at you and after a pause, yes.
How tall are you again?
7 foot.
7 foot, period?
Yep.
Alright.
Precisely.
Yeah, you're a solid, 1.5 foot taller than...
I'm taller than you.
More than that, Danny DeVito's like 4'6".
No, I'm 5'5".
Hey, just... So, you're coming with us to the estate, Damocles?
Yes, I will inspect the defenses en route.
We're just... Soren looks over at Job. We're just investigating the place to, double check that it's clear and find anything useful while we're there, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't imagine any of those things have been, camping out or anything, but I wouldn't put it past them. Nobody's really gone up there since... do I know... What's the lord...
What?
What's the lord that buggered off?
Oh, the name? You would know that. 1 second.
I would.
It's on
No.
my paper. His name is Lord Daryl Sinclair.
What's his name? That's seen in the title. Jesus. You know that guy's evil.
Yeah.
Does he have a moustache?
I mean, a real scrawny shit-looking one, if you want to call it that.
He doesn't. He's a tall, lanky human with short brown hair and green eyes.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's been up there to poke around since Lord Daryl buggered off with his guards. I tried to keep the peace. I know there's a couple of the youngins been looking to, go and pilfer the place, but I kept them at bay for the time being, at least until we can, ascertain the threat, as it were.
Alright, should I go get Astrid then so we can get going?
Yeah, if she's willing to calm down.
I'll go get her. I'm sure she'll be more than willing to come. And Soren goes off looking for Astrid.
I'll say you managed to find her.
Can I inspect Damocles' armor?
Sure. It looks
Like-
very, very well made.
Can I figure out like what kind of metal it's made?
Do you know what metal you're made of, Damocles?
Yeah, some sort of coppery iron alloy, and non-magical metal.
Anti-vampirium.
The ultimate alloy.
Crafted to about the quality of full plates. I'm
Okay.
out of character terms, sitting on 18 AC.
Okay.
He's a very big boy.
If you all don't mind, out of character, telling me what your arm is, unless Jake, you determine that to be too.
Metagamey? No.
Meta.
You're a blacksmith. You could discern things about armor pretty well. And for the basic sets of armor like this, I'm gonna allow it. Further down the line, if like you're against someone and you want to know what their AC is and you're trying to discern it, it's going to be a roll, and it will depend on the armor and how familiar you are with the metal. But for now, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean,
Could I to the extent of like ascertaining an individual who doesn't wear armor, like their toughness?
I wouldn't say that. I would say
Okay.
you know armor pretty well, but not
Okay.
people's like physical toughness without armor.
Okay.
I was gonna say the only armor, air quotes, that I have is a shield.
Okay.
So you can
And
tell
I'm
him.
wearing
So your AC is at least 2. is what you're telling me.
Yes, it is bare minimum 2.
Is the 10 the base AC?
10 is base AC.
If you had 1 dex, you would have AC 2 with a
Oh, so sorry. I have at least AC 4 then.
This is getting too meta. I'm not going to use this knowledge.
Jake did say that my character looked nimble, so
He does,
you could
yes.
assume between the shield and his nimbleness, he's not easy to hit.
Okay.
I would say that's fair. Yes.
Apart from just being a huge iron figure, I'm carrying a large glaive and a warhammer on my belt. Well, where a belt would be if I had a belt.
Upon finding Astrid, Astrid, are you finished eating?
You see like a second bowl is empty next to her. She's just kind of relaxing a little bit. Yeah, did something happen?
No. We're Job, that nice man we met. We're going with him to the estate to investigate it, and apparently we have the large man of metal named Damocles going with us as well.
Man of metal, like a soldier?
I'm not sure what he is. I've not seen something like him before, but certainly a lot of metal to him.
Astrid stands up and wipes her hands on her pants and follows after. Sorry.
So I will lead her over to Damocles and Job.
You see the large man of metal.
What the
Salutation.
hell is that?
Now, Astrid.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this the man of metal? I pictured more. a soldier.
My visor flares brightly. Called "What the hell is that?" But it dies down.
This is Damocles. This is Astrid.
Salutations.
Give like a raised hand, not a wave, just like hi.
After a brief pause, I'll mirror it.
So, since this awkward introduction has been taken care of, should we get going to the estate, Job?
Yeah. Let's head on out.
Can I see his glaive? Like where's the glaive?
Oh, you see it.
I'm holding it currently.
I'm gonna walk forward and inspect it. Is it well made?
Oh, yeah, it's a well-made glaive.
It looks as to be made sort of part and parcel with the arm. It's large and got a wicked barb on the end.
So it's the same metal as you?
It is.
Can I knock on it slightly? The glaive.
Are you trying?
Yes.
As you move towards it, I'll pull it away.
So is that like your brother?
Job's just gonna like look at Astrid, cock his head.
This is my weapon, not a sibling.
Okay. And
So-
I'm gonna walk out, not knowing where we're going.
Oh yeah, Job's gonna lead the way.
Darius looks to you all as
Mine's recolored, but that's what the weapon.
Mm-hmm. As you all head out to leave, and Darius goes, "Good luck."
Yeah.
As you step out, and you step outside. You see Danny, a bit shaken as he's getting up from the floor, wiping himself off. Sees the big guy again, jumps back a bit, again.
It's fine, Danny. It's good. It's good. He's with us now.
Okay, Job. I hope it goes well.
His name is Joe.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Job.
Don't worry about it. Don't. Yeah, it's fine. Danny, when's Thatcher coming around? You gotta get yourself in there and get some soup.
In a bit. I'm off duty in a while, so I can get a bit of sleep and eat.
Yeah. You take care of yourself there. I turn to the rest of them and be like,
You too, go.
just give them a look. Just give them all a look like this fucking kid.
As we leave, fare thee well, Danny.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna head.
Was someone
towards
going to say something before that? I heard someone sound like they wanted to say something, but they didn't. That's a no then. Good.
That's a no.
Perfect.
That'll be a no for me, dog.
So, you're gonna head towards the estate.
Yep.
As you start...
and-
Okay.
I'm gonna take them on a route that kind of passes by my house in the smithy.
Okay.
And just point out to them. Just point it out.
You see a rather nice looking one-story building that has what looks like a smithy at the side of it.
Yeah, that's my abode. Used to, make armor and weaponry for the guards and the King's Guard and the town before all this shit hit the.
You as well, as you're passing by, you see that Job's house is not boarded up in the same way. Like, it doesn't seem like he went to a panic to lock everything down and board everything up yet. As well, you pass by another building that does not have that. That also has some light coming from the inside as well. Very close to Job's. Job, you know this to be the alchemist's house. The alchemist and the surgeon's house. As they are married, and they both live there.
Okay.
As we walk, I'm gonna ask Job, how long have the raids been continuing?
Be a couple days, Job.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
3 days by this point, and it hasn't been anything huge by this point. Nobody's spotted
thought-
anything like a vampire yet.
Hasn't the Lord
He's been
out like a week or
he's
a
been
week?
gone longer than that, but the raids haven't started until recently. He
Gotcha,
left
yeah,
because
so I've been-
they spotted the horde approaching through scouts.
Right.
The king's army would not be able to reach here until it would be well after they would have already arrived. So he decided to leave instead of defending the place and waiting for the army, which is what you guys are trying to do.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it's been a couple of days since they started hitting real close and inside the city. It's been about a week now. I've been making regular trips out, just kind of getting a cursory glance, hitting them before they hit us, so to speak.
And you would know
Have
it's
any townsfolk been taken?
Yes, actually.
yeah.
A young woman
That's-
was taken from the town, actually.
That's an affirmative.
My visor will flare briefly. We should hurry.
Alright.
Alright, as you guys begin to make your way following Job, as you see off on a bit of a hill towards the edge of the town, what looks like a large, rather regal-looking estate. It has no lights inside of it, though. It's completely dark, as it looks not derelict, but abandoned at the moment, as you guys approach, trudging your way through the snow. As you make your way up the hill, and you arrive at the door.
We expecting anyone to be home?
No, everybody pretty much cleared out.
Do we have a key?
Do we?
You don't, but you're operating under the assumption that he didn't think about locking the door since he assumed the manor was going to be destroyed.
I would like to check for a lock or traps at the door.
Sure. Do you have thieves' tools?
I do.
Roll thieves' tools. There is a lock. The lock is not locked, though. And as well, there is no traps, it seems.
Alright, seeing that, I'll just put these tools away and just open the door and then wave my hand towards the entrance to Job and Damocles.
We'll head forward.
Okay.
I will go last after Astrid is entered.
Alright. As you head forward in. As you enter and you see what looks like... Well, it's a bit dark in here. There's no light at all, besides from the sunlight coming in through the windows, so not everything is too clearly visible. But it's a rather nice-looking inside of the estate. There's a set of stairs going up, and a couple doors, about 3 on this floor. You could tell this is about a 3-story building. It's rather nice-looking.
I want to look for any trapdoors to a sub-level.
Roll investigation for this room, for this vestibule area. You find nothing of the sort.
Huh, alright. Well, what are we looking for? Are we just making sure it's clear, Job?
Yeah, I guess, first pass, make sure it's clear, stick, just keep an eye out, anything we can use, and anything we can do to make this place more secure.
What's everyone's passive perception?
12!
16.
Mm-hmm.
Something. 15.
Okay.
8.
Oh, jeez.
Make me look wise.
Okay.
Detect evil.
Are any of you doing an active perception as well?
Yeah, I'm scanning.
I'm definitely actively looking around, yeah. Does that mean you want us to roll
Dude,
perception?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what an active perception would be.
Oof. Damn, that's rough, boy.
1 second.
Da, 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 da.
It makes sense. Damocles doesn't have eyes.
I rely on divine sense.
Oh, wow!
I see all.
No. Like,
Okay!
It's so sorry. I just wanted to. So Damocles, your helmet, it looks just like that. Like it's just a cross with a glowing center.
The glow is usually much more damped down. That's sort of at peak combat anger.
Okay, so it just kind of looks like dimly
Like banked
lit.
embers in a fire, that sort of thing.
All right. Interesting.
As all of you don't hear much. Aside from Astrid. Astrid, the first thing you hear is what sounds like a... What's the word I'm looking for?
Air horn.
Like a wet, it sounds like a wet, object, like, bouncing across the floor. And, as well, when you turn to look, you go and you see what looks like, on the stairs, actually, it looks like a toad. Which is odd.
Yeah, this is frog country. Everyone knows that.
Well, it's the middle of the winter, and you're not really in somewhere where toads are, like, super common. They usually spend more time near water. And Damarel is it's a mining town. It's not exactly near a large body of water. As you spot that toad, and as well, you hear what sounds like very subtle movement from upstairs, like someone's rummaging through something.
I want to try to quietly... You know what? Yeah, I'm going to quietly shut the door that we came in.
That's fine. Don't have to roll stealth for it.
Don't want to let the toad out with the...
Well, you haven't been, the toad hasn't been pointed out to you right away yet.
Oh, that's fair.
Astrid has to do that first.
Yeah, then I wanted to shut the door, sorry.
You cut him off as he was going.
Hey, Joe. Are toads coming here at this time of year?
No, not particularly.
Then, can you see this one?
Oh.
So do we all see the
Yes,
toad
you all see the toad. It's been pointed out to you.
Don't hurt the toad. And I'm going to go close the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kneel down and try and, like, hold my hand out.
It's standing there now that you've noticed it, just watching you.
Do toads not harbor disease?
I'm not worried about diseases. I don't think that's actually a toad. I think that's either someone's familiar, or maybe it is someone that isn't supposed to be a toad.
Oh, you mean like a magic?
That would be the first option, yes.
Well,
Second option would be a person
my
turned
weapon.
into a toad.
I mean, if a person had turned into a toad, I'd imagine that'd be pretty magical.
Yes, Joe, yes.
Is it hopping, like, in any sort of
It stopped
manner?
hopping. And it's staring at you now.
Hey, little buddy. Hey, what you doing in here?
Lets out like a ribbit. It's just looking at you.
I want to approach the toad.
Yeah, you approach it.
Don't scare it away now.
1 second, can't hear anything. Let me fix myself.
Well, I don't think adjusting your crotch is gonna solve your not hearing us.
Fixing yourself does not always imply crotch. And I am hearing things again.
Don't.
Does it ever?
No, you know, I was gonna make the joke, fix myself, and be like, if that's even possible, you know, implying like,
fucking broken
yeah,
inside.
I mean,
No,
when you
yeah.
get a dog fixed...
Yeah, fix the dog is to spay it.
that's yeah. Okay, anyway, go on. The toad is standing there
Don't-
looking at you.
Don't go scaring it away now.
Does it look like it's backing away as I approach it slowly?
No, but it seems. Roll me insight.
Okay.
You can't tell much about the toad.
It's a toad, yeah.
But it's not moving.
It appears to be a toad.
I want to cast Mage Hand behind it
Okay.
and try to, like, nudge it towards us with the Mage Hand.
As that happens, it hops in the opposite direction.
I'm gonna hold my hand out to try and catch.
So the opposite direction being up the stairs.
Roll athletics. Roll athletics. Gub. I know.
Ah, shit. Butterfingers.
Yeah, not that hard for him to beat that.
Fuck.
Yeah, he slips away from your grasp as he jumps up 2 stairs.
Dang.
Now you can see he's looking at you. It's looking at you a bit cautiously. And
I'm gonna fold a metal javelin down my back. Are we apprehending the toad?
are any of you
Not
are any of you trained in nature?
Really, no.
No.
Okay.
I know someone that is, but they're not here.
I am
for this
aware.
session.
As Astrid, I'll remind you again that you also heard what sounds like someone moving around and rummaging through something upstairs.
All right. Also, them probably someone upstairs.
What, you didn't lead with that?
You buried
I
the lead.
thought the
Astrid, my
frog
friend.
was more interesting.
If you that is what they call burying the lead, though.
How
So-
long does Divine Sense last again?
Not long. It's like a
it's just
minute, I think. If
Okay,
that.
thank
or
you.
an instant. Yeah, it might just be instant.
That's fine. Just needed to know.
Yeah, I think it's like a pulse and that sort of it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to say, perhaps I should take a look, since I know I can move quietly. Astrid, you can as well. I don't think, looking at the heavy armor the other two are wearing, I don't think either of you are equipped to go upstairs quietly.
If you suspect enemies, we should approach them openly.
I shift nervously in my chain.
Scouting is a tactic. Just give me a moment.
Yeah, sure.
I nod.
So you're moving past the toad, you're not doing anything to it?
Gonna try to stealth past the toad up the stairs. Take
Roll
a peek.
stealth. So you're ignoring the toad?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll fume,
Oh.
literally.
While he's moving.
Oh my god. What's with these
um,
terrible rolls?
While he's moving up, I'm gonna grasp my warhammer and use my blessing.
Okay. As they go up the stairs feeling stealthy. As this is happening, Damocles, the toad looks at you. As it's staring at you.
I will stare back.
Roll me perception. That was the wrong roll. As you catch for a brief moment, its eyes like flicker blackish. As it stares at you and then looks away.
Divine sense the toad.
You sense a very, very obvious sense of what seems like a fiend directly in front of you. With the toad.
Okay, who's still here?
Me.
Stand aside, Job. And with that, I will attempt to skewer the toad.
Roll me attack.
Didn't get no well.
Well, 1 second. That doesn't hit. As it hops out of the way, as now it lets out like a hiss, which a toad shouldn't be able to do. As you see it,
Halt, fiend!
as you see its form shift, as it is no longer a toad and is actually what looks like a tiny, almost bug-like demon creature. It's very tiny. It's not big. As it stands there, looking at you, as it
Ah, shit! It's one of them demon fucks.
I'll say you have one thing to do as well. Yes. Job.
Yeah, let's go with a
Sacred flame. Oh wow.
Oh, who's it? What's it?
I didn't expect that.
Make a dexterity save, you little shit.
1 second.
Oh shit! It's probably pretty dexterous.
Yeah, it's a little shit.
Nope! It fails as
Yeah.
the sacred flame makes contact with it as it screeches out in pain as it burns up a bit and falls to the ground dead.
I got it. What was it? I got it. What was it?
Excellent work, Joe.
Thanks. What was it?
You can roll me a history, Damocles, as I think only you would be maybe aware of it, as we will jump to,
It was a demon.
yeah, that's about what you got. As we will jump to, no. Oh, religion?
He said demon, so I'm like,
Let me think. You've seen this thing a couple times before in the attacks. You've actually seen them show up before the attacks and look around and then flee.
oh
Joe.
yeah, I know what these things are. They're that little scouty buggers. It's like what Soren is for us, right?
As we're cutting to Soren and Astrid, who feel like they're stealthy.
Yeah.
Did you hear that fire down there? Shh. It's like a. Oh, okay.
As you
I'm just talking at normal volume, by the way.
as you make your way up the stairs. Wow.
Can't see, but I'm moving my head in the sneaking fashion.
Yeah, you're making your way up the stairs, heading towards the direction you heard the noise coming from.
Picture it.
And you find yourself in front of a door.
A shut door?
What?
That's slightly opened.
Can you hear anything on the other side?
Can I hear anything on the other side?
Roll perception. You hear what sounds like someone rummaging through drawers.
There's someone rummaging through drawers.
Alright, I want to try to... is there enough room to squeeze past the door?
No, not at all. You'd have to open it.
Alright. I will try to stealthily open the door just enough for us to be able to get in.
Roll stealth.
Can I get something that's not single digit tonight? That's what I get for picking a character that has a similar hairstyle to Ren.
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
As someone's calling me, so I need a moment, and I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have had one not single digit roll tonight. I've had one double digit.
Needs a moment before he can fuck you.
Well, this one of 3.
At least Astrid's rolling well.
Yeah, using them early.
Oh shit! If it's just a fucking townsfolk pillaging this place, you better not fucking murder.
You don't know? You're not up there?
We don't know what a normal townsfolk of this place looks like.
I'm thinking out loud to Damocles. Man, if it's one of them townsfolk and they kill him, I'm gonna be pissed.
If a villager is pilfering the manor while defending the village, they deserve just punishment.
Nah, yeah, alright, but like, you know, what if it's just one of them teenagers that just managed to break?
Damn teenagers.
Small
Damn
criminals
race.
become big criminals.
I mean, you know, Finn's usually a pretty good kid, but that Fletcher, I don't know, man. He's a bad.
He's a bad influence on it. Ah, fuck you,
Yeah.
What are you guys
Listen,
referencing?
I know my townsfolk.
It's just any child
And that
interacting with
fucking
another
Fletcher.
child.
Yep, he's a bad influence.
Oh, I thought the names were reference to something.
They were not.
Maybe, I don't know.
I am
think they were,
just
I didn't
trying.
get it.
I am trying so fucking hard to fill this town with NPCs that that Jake won't be able to keep.
Ah. No, if I can get like guaranteed good rolls for all of my cooking shit, I'll be happy. All right, I don't care how.
I think we all will.
You just need to make a whole character about it, like pick with brewing.
Ah, yeah.
You
Yeah.
get enough bonuses, you can never fuck it up.
See, my background is monster chef. I cook up monsters.
My background is haunted one.
Me too.
That sounds like a real background.
Hey,
My background is minor. Slash
For a
slash.
child?
Minor, not minor.
quality joke.
Thank you.
Hang on, I think I got a gift for that.
That's South Park, isn't it?
No, it
I
is
know,
not.
It's pretty much any time anyone says the word.
No, it
money.
is not.
Sorry, took a bit. I got myself a Reese's peanut butter cup as
Hold
well.
your fucking horses.
That's okay. We kept chat entertained. The whole just me.
Oh, you're forgetting one fucking straight.
Man,
Oh,
hope you
howdy,
didn't-
stream.
Hope you didn't say anything too bad.
No, we're good.
You're good.
Just being an idiot.
Just talking about minors.
That's always great.
Technically
to hear.
accurate. Technically.
Wait. Is Monka TOS enabled in your stream?
No.
There it is.
Oh yes, Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest.
Fantastic film.
Anyway,
No. Enable Monka TOS.
tell me what to do. Fucking
Hey,
Monka
single-
TOS.
Hey, single viewer, go out and watch Galaxy Quest after this.
It's just me, man.
It's just him.
single
Alright,
viewer.
cool.
Just
Andrew,
Andrew.
go watch Galaxy Quest.
Anyway,
Good plan.
as you go to open the door, you push on it a bit as it makes a loud creak, and as it does, you two hear aloud as someone goes, "Oh shite!" as you hear someone pick up running.
I swing the door open. I cast hold person.
Well, it's a very big action. Wait a moment.
Yeah, wait your
You
fucking-
have to. We'll see if you get it off before this person does something. But as you swing the door open,
Andrew.
you see what looks like a dwarven man with a long beard and long black hair. He appeared, and you look at this room. It appears to look as like a music room, like a room where someone would come to play the piano, and there's a harp and stuff all in there, and there are some drawers about, and you see that he was rummaging through one of the drawers as he is dashing towards one of the windows on this second floor house. As, let's see first if he makes it to the window before you even really get the chance to do anything. Nope. Hold person.
DC 15.
Wisdom saving throw. Man, I saw that die fucking get. Ah, man.
It was almost something really good, huh?
No, you can't fucking do the fucking. Oh, my die got hit on the wall argument here.
It's cocked. Uh-oh.
It's a cocked die. It is a cocked die on the thing, but that
It's
doesn't
cocked.
matter.
Fucking
It doesn't
that happened
matter.
to me.
As
that
it
happened to me
hold-
with Red one time.
As he gets held. That's gonna happen to me this coming Friday. So, God.
Oh, Astrid, would you please go collect our two large friends? Well, our two heavy friends. And get them up here so we can have a conversation as I'm going to walk over to the window and shut it.
Window's already shut. He was gonna jump out of it.
Alright, well, I'm standing between him and the window now.
Okay. Astrid, you make your way down the stairs, and you
Oh,
see...
you've got this guy? Oh,
Did we hear the door like open up?
it wasn't very loud. It's just been like...
It was a creak. You would have heard it slightly. As Astrid, you make your way back, and you see, Damocles and, you see Damocles and Job. As, you look and see, as well, it looks like a burnt-up corpse of, almost like a bug-like thing, where the toad was. As...
Did you guys get bored and melt the toad?
Let's say he gets two
it
attempts
wasn't-
to break free, because it takes a, like...
It wasn't a
that
toad.
long, yeah.
Wasn't it a toad?
No toad,
Okay,
but
well,
a demon.
Upstairs, we got company, and then we're gonna head back upstairs.
So during the 6
alright.
seconds that he's away, Soren, he breaks the paralyzation as he looks to you, says nothing, as seeing you blocking his way, he dashes towards the door. As Job, Damocles, and Astrid, you make your way up the stairs, blocking him from running past you as he stops seeing you. And, you see him, Job, and, you know him. You notice him. You recognize him.
Oh fuck.
That is a, Grudek Hard Flare. He is a, dwarf...
Sorry?
Grudrek Hard Flare. Do you need the spelling?
I mean, I could make it up.
You're gonna need the spelling.
Yeah.
I spelled that right. No, wait, that's your guess.
That's my
No.
guess.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the correct guess at the first name. As
Layer.
he looks at you, and you know him. He's a dwarven man that lives in the village. He's been living there for a while, and he's a bit of a sketchy guy. They say that he's a bit of a sketchy guy around town, though you don't know anything about that personally. As he spots you, and he goes, "Ah, fuck."
Yeah, that was my first thought.
I thought you were a fucking...
Grudrek.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Grudrek, right?
Aye, Job.
Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck did I tell you about rummaging around?
Sorry, you cut out. Say again.
I said, what the fuck did I tell you about rummaging around up here?
I don't listen to anything you fucking say.
Well, from what we were informed upon getting here, Job is with Darius being in charge of the town.
He's in charge of protecting it from the fucking horde, maybe. You're not neither of them are the lord. Or the royal
You're-
paladin, for that matter.
You're fucking lucky it was us who found you.
Aye, I thought we were fucking demons I was dealing with. I was about to fucking jump out the window.
Yes, well, lucky for you, I kept you from having shards of glass in your skin.
The fuck is that thing? As he points to, Damocles.
Don't fucking point.
I'll
Never
step into the
mind.
room, ducking under the lintel.
Oh, he's in the hallway right now. He's in the arch. He's in like the nice little like what's the word?
Did he push past Soren?
Which way?
No. Soren was blocking the window, so he exited the room, and right now he's standing, and you guys are blocking his other escape. As he could jump over the railing technically, but he's just standing there as he sees that you're not like
People that would kill him.
yeah, or you're not demons.
I'll step towards him. Master Soren, what is your business here? Not Soren, Master Grudrek.
I'm trying to find anything useful so I can take it.
Yes, and did you find anything useful?
Aye. No.
Is he lying?
Roll insight. You don't know.
Playing a no wisdom character sucks.
I've got a
They need to
different
get to
plan.
decide if they're lying for themselves.
I'm gonna slug him in the face.
Ah, shit.
That just misses him as he goes, "Oh, what the fuck!"
You will accompany me, criminal scum!
Don't recommend lying and stealing.
I'm not fucking lying! God,
Fucking-
you don't think he's lying, Soren, and neither does Job.
Alright,
I know.
I think
Hold
he's
on.
lying. I think he's stealing.
Hold up. Alright, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Groot, you need to get the fuck out of here, man. I'm serious. I ain't gonna cuff you, but you
You don't have the authority to cuff me anyway. There's no fucking lord in town anyway anymore.
I don't need no goddamn authority to physically manhandle you, bitch.
Hey, you wanna fucking go? You can have at it again, just like last time.
Don't act like you didn't get fucking dirt in your gum.
Hey, if I remember correctly, the score's 2-3 now, isn't it?
Why don't...
Listen,
Can
I don't
wander off?
I don't want this to turn nasty. There might be some otherworldly shit going on here. And as much as I fucking hate your ugly face.
Hey, that's why I'm trying to get some useful things out of here.
Alright, well, like I said, I know you don't have the townsfolk in your best wishes, so how about I let you off with a warning?
Hey, let me stop you right there.
Fuck off.
Let me stop you right there, Job. I'm an asshole, but I don't want everyone to fucking die here. I came here to rummage through and find useful things. You want to know why?
For your own fucking selfishness.
Because I got a contact who sells some pretty expensive and useful things, you could say. Useful things that would help us, not fucking die tonight.
Well, I have no intention of dying tonight.
You don't have to have an intention of it to know that we're not prepared for what might be coming. Look, I know you and Darius have been doing a great job doing your whole militia thing. But I mean,
Oh, what?
That's a message that I just sent you.
Shit. Fuck,
I
hold
find
on,
some.
Stop.
Oh God!
Shut. Grudrick, shut up.
He stopped.
Who the fuck said that?
That was me, Joe. You should have heard my voice in your mind.
Yeah, it sounded familiar. Okay.
Hey, what the fuck's going on?
I don't know.
The situation appears to be that you are a petty thief, Matthew.
I am not a petty thief. I'm trying to find valuables so I can sell them to the guy and I can get some things to save our skins. As much as you don't want to think it, I live here too.
Alright.
Valuables that are not your...
Hey!
Who's this?
Who's gonna take him? The Lord, who fucking ran because he assumed we're all dead? That guy's scum anyway.
I don't disagree with you there.
So wouldn't it be better to put his valuables to use then so we could save our own lives?
Yeah, in due time, that was the intention.
Dude, we don't have due time. If you haven't noticed, we've been fucking attacked by demons every night.
Alright, well... Have you found anything useful? And who is your contact?
He's an arms dealer. Mysterious man. Wears a mask all the time. Well, if I found anything useful... You're on board with this plan then, so we could get some things so we could actually save the town.
Grudrick, you know me. Like... Shit, man. I'm just trying my fucking best to keep these people alive.
Good. I found some old gold necklaces, pearls and rubies and such. That's about it, though.
How much do you think they're worth?
Could probably get us some useful munitions with it. If I was to give it a proper gold value, maybe about 300 gold.
Shit, I mean, yeah, that'd be a good fucking start.
I was thinking of getting us some explosive things, if you know what I'm saying. Things that aren't exactly legal in this country.
Yeah. Alright, I mean, I didn't hear that, but if you got something that would benefit the town, I wouldn't say no.
Aye, that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to save my skin and trying to save everyone else's skin while I'm at it. Because if you all die, I die.
Yeah, it just so happens you have just a smidge more skin than everybody else, don't you?
Gurdrick.
Aye, fancy looking man.
Tell me, you ever been to a town called Tristfall?
Can't say I have, no.
One more insight, although me out of character, I'm assuming he's telling the truth.
Oh no. Doesn't seem to be
Probably
lying. Damocles is about to unleash his death ray.
Oh, Jesus, no.
No more, criminal.
I don't think his idea is a bad one, Job. If he's telling the truth, and it seems like he is.
It'd be a interesting change of pace for him, but
Aye, and let me tell
checks
you,
out,
I did a bit of a 1-2 of this place so far to see if there was anything nasty in here. Aside from a toad, there was nothing.
yeah, we
And a
we
criminal.
That. we squashed that toad. It turned out to be some kind of demon scouty thing.
Not shite, really?
Yeah, I burned it up good.
Hey, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to tell you. Is you can't be going on, by yourself in here. It's what we were here for, to clear the place.
Gurdrick, did you know that there was a hidden basement here?
No, there isn't. Not on this not on the bottom floor, at least.
Why, yes, there is. You just didn't find the door.
Well. And he looks at you and goes, and I'm telling you, there isn't. Good insight roll on him. I'm sorry, friend.
Oh, I'm not upset. He made that deception for two things: to see what he would do and to see if he knew something that Soren didn't.
And look, you shouldn't be trying to lie to me about things like that. I don't have much time. I gotta find what I can so I can get to the contact and make the purchases.
All right. Here's what's gonna go down. Rudrick, you're gonna take what you found here, leave, go do another thing that I will not be privy to, and then come back with.
Hey, look, if you give me more time, I could find more useful things in here.
Yeah?
Yeah!
I'm gonna give you more fucking time with old Righty over here.
Huh.
And hold up my...
I see you're the same good old two shoes you were before, except now you're putting others' lives at risk to be that way.
Gurdrick, god damn it. It's fucking...
I'm gonna go check
out
out the room he was in.
Sure.
Before something even nastier comes in.
I tell you, there's nothing in here. Aside
Alright,
from that toad, that's all I saw.
well, just to be on the safe side, we're still gonna run through it, because that's what we fucking came here for.
Aye, fine. But if what I get's not enough, it's on your head. As he goes to leave, do you let him?
So is every fucking pound of shit around here. Alright. I'm gonna go into the room that Soren just went.
So you let him leave?
Yeah.
Okay. Damocles, you let him leave?
I'll stand to one side, my visor fuming as I track his movement.
As Soren, you look around and you retrace a couple of the steps that he had taken, looking through some things. As you do find one thing that he must have not taken in a panic, assuming there was a demon about to attack him, which is a gold necklace. Aside from that, this place is actually pretty empty. It seems like people have been taking things in a rush, aside from Grudrak.
I'm gonna pull out the gold necklace and holler out, Grudrak!
He's already gone.
Oh, well, I guess he doesn't get to take this then. I drop it in my bag.
Alright.
I don't suppose I just saw you looting for your own gain.
You suppose that you saw me put it in my bag, friend. I don't intend to keep it.
Alright. Just making sure we're, all hunky-dory. I'm gonna, start rummaging around, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Roll investigation. Nothing in here.
It does appear like there have been people plundering this place well before Grudrak got here.
It more looked like people were taking things in a hurry, like somebody was in a panic and removing things from the room.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the Lord did have his own personal guards. They might have snatched up what they could.
Right. Jake.
Mm.
Did you say there's 3 floors?
Yeah.
We're on the 2nd?
Yes, sir.
Do we see the stairs to the 3rd?
Yes, you do.
Shall we check out the 3rd floor, Joe?
Yeah, you want to, turn it over top to bottom?
So, okay, because you haven't done a one-over of all the floors on all the rooms on the 1st and 2nd floor yet. So are you just going to go straight to the 3rd floor, or are you going to do something on the 2nd and 1st?
Maybe, because we did find that demon bug guy downstairs. Maybe it's best we clear out the bottom level first.
So, let's make this quick. I'm going to get an investigation roll from everybody for the 1st floor, and then one for the 2nd floor as well. So let's do this slowly. Everyone go one at a time. So Soren went. Okay.
This is for the 1st floor?
Yes.
Job. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
As you don't find anything of value, and as well there does not appear to be anything threatening here. Though it is there's a lot of empty rooms there. You can tell that there's enough rooms to keep majority of the town inside this on this floor even.
Okay.
Do I see any fine clothes look like they might fit me?
There are some left around, but not many.
If Job leaves the room, a room that I'm in with the fine clothes, I'm gonna bag some.
Okay. Now we do for the 2nd floor. We'll say you get 2 pairs of fine clothes.
Okay.
Now we do the 2nd floor, one at a time. You guys are really good at these.
Hey.
I forgot where the button is.
Guess we know who the brains of the group is.
You don't find nothing threatening and nothing much on these floors as well, though, Soren, you find what look like 3 silver pieces on the floor as you're exploring.
I'll pick up the 3 silver pieces and offer them to Job.
Shit, is that it?
That is all that we found.
But you can see that this place is pretty stripped aside from furniture. So, it's nice looking furniture, but nothing that you could really carry.
Easy enough to, break apart if we need?
I'd say so, yeah.
Okay.
So yes, on to the 3rd floor then now.
So, we go to the 3rd floor, and for the 3rd floor, there's only actually a couple rooms. There's one room that has 2 double doors with a nice wooden embroidered carving on it, with some gold on it as well. As well, there's another set of double doors, but these are not as fancy looking, and one smaller door.
Small door first, I think.
Okay. You open up the small door and you see what looks like what would have been maybe a storage room. You can see the outlines of what looks like boxes on the floor, but it is almost completely stripped empty now.
Do I see a small object of any kind in the room that
Roll
would be like
investigation.
handheld size?
Roll investigation. You see what looks like a small piece of rope, maybe, coming out of the floor?
I want to give the rope a little tug.
As you give the rope a tug, you reveal what looks like a small trapdoor in the floor.
I think I found something, Job.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I show the trapdoor.
Mm-hmm.
To very carefully check it for traps.
Well, thieves' tools. No traps.
Alright, I would like to open the trapdoor.
I mean, you already opened it.
Okay.
I thought you opened it by pulling it. Or did you close it again after?
okay. No. Alright, well, I would like to climb down it then.
As you climb down, it's a rather dark area. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
So you see fine as it appears to be a small wine room. I wouldn't say wine cellar because it's not in the basement, but you know what it's intended to be.
Yes. The wine attic.
The non-existent basement.
As there are
It's a weird
nice
place for...
nice wine bottles all kept inside these little shelves.
Do I see anything besides wine in here?
No, you don't. Though some of the wine bottles have been taken out, there's not all of them in there, as it appears someone wanted to at least take some of these wine bottles with them.
I might suggest we take some of this wine, if not all of it. Don't want the people fighting to be getting drunk, but might be good for spirits if there was some light drinking.
Yeah, I suppose we can keep it with Deirdre. She'll keep it.
You certainly can't take all of it. There's more than you could fit in your bags altogether. But you could take a decent amount of wine.
How much can I fit in my bag without overstuffing my bag?
I'd say about 3 bottles in a bag.
Alright.
I'll take a few as well.
Okay, you take 3. So everyone can take 3 bottles if they wish.
I'm alright.
What?
She said he said she's alright.
Okay. So it's only Job and Soren doing it?
I'm gonna look out to Damocles. I'm like, do you you have a bag?
I'll reach into my rucksack and pull out my chest. That's right. My backpack came with a chest.
Yep.
Chest like torso or chest like box?
Like a
It's
box.
described as a chest weighing 25 pounds.
All right. How many bottles can we fit in there?
Yeah, you can fit 4 in there.
You
One more.
You mind if we fill it up?
Fine.
All right. I'll start handing bottles off to him.
Okay.
After we finish, I guess we're moving on to the next room.
Which one?
Joe?
So there was
Is it dark down here, by the way? I think so.
It's dark, yeah.
I'm gonna light a torch. I turn
Okay.
it dark.
I will cast Control Flames and put the torch out.
My visor is the only source of light. As it grows ever brighter,
I will then cast Light on your torch.
implicated.
Fire in a wooden building's not a good idea. Trust me.
So,
So there's we went through the tiny door. There's the big double door.
yep, there's the big double doors that look rather fancy. And then there's the
Anything
regular double doors.
Okay.
I'm
let's
no
get up-
genius, but there's something behind those big double doors.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd imagine something. Hopefully.
Lead the way. Heavily armored gentlemen.
Alright. Check the big fan.
Check the big fancy door.
Is it unlocked?
It is certainly unlocked. And Andrew certainly, the phone certainly goes off as you approach it.
Alright, I'll open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, the first thing that that you notice is a smell permeates the room as it hits your nose, and it's a very foul smell. It smells like rot. As you look in the room, and it appears to be a study, like it's almost an office-like room with several bookshelves and drawers and such, and there's a single desk at the edge of the room with an unlit candle, and you can see the wax has dripped all onto the table. As well, there's a opened envelope that has what looks like blood on the sides of it, and on the table a severed head of a female, of a human woman on the table that looks like someone panically dropped it. As you can as well see what looks like a letter.
As exciting as this is, I have to be right back.
That's fine.
Let me know what I miss.
Shit.
I'm checking the letter.
As you
checking
check
the head.
the letter, it says in plain common, written in blood, "We are coming to collect," and it is signed only A.
Hey, what?
Just A.
The letter A.
The letter A.
So,
Was
What'd you say, Damocles?
Some quality jokes. Who is it?
Who is it?
Yeah, what's the head?
You don't need a history check for this, actually. You
Fuck.
recognize this as the late wife of the Lord. She disappeared a long time ago.
Job, it seems your lord is why they're here.
Well, I mean, it would be, but they're still here, and he's not.
Well, either that or someone else was coming after him, and that's why he ran.
What was her name?
Her name was Elaine.
Out of character, you said she'd been missing for a long time. Has the head been decapitated for a long time?
No, the wound appears... Well, it's rotted for a while, but it does not look like a head that would have been decapitated for a long time. It looks like the rot
Right.
recently set in.
Okay.
So it's like a week or so old?
Maybe, I'd say, yeah. I'd say that.
Can I find, like, something in the room to put it in?
Like what?
Like a bag or
Blanket?
box, blanket, anything to wrap it?
Sure. You find, like, a blanket to wrap it in.
Your lord pissed off some unsavory people, it seems.
I mean, yeah, he was not quite a favorable gentleman.
I'm gonna hand Job the letter. You may want to share this with Darius.
Huh. We're coming to collect.
Signed A. Just a large letter A.
Hey, that's me.
Uh,
It's probably not me.
is it you? That would be weird. No, that
What's
doesn't
happened?
seem right. We
The plot
found
twist
this.
has been blown right over.
We found this letter signed in blood. It says we're coming to collect, with just A, the letter A. And we found the lady of the house's head on the desk.
And the letter is written in blood.
Yeah, I mentioned
that's
that.
Collect what? This place has been empty.
I believe they were coming for him. Whoever they are. I would like to check out the room for... wait, this room looks like a bedroom?
No, it's a study. It's a
Study.
office-like study.
I want to look for anything not in plain sight. Hidden object, hidden door.
Roll investigation. You find no hidden doors or hidden objects.
Fair enough. Are we going to toss this room like we have the rest?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. Roll investigation. From everyone that's doing it.
Come on.
What the fuck?
So... wow.
The DM cackles.
You, don't find much. You find about 35 copper and 2 gold in here.
Who finds the coins?
You.
Okay. As I pick up the coins, I want to try to palm the 2 gold coins and hand the 35 copper to Job.
Right.
We're coming up short, it seems, on finding things of value besides that necklace I grabbed earlier.
Yeah, this is it's not panning out so great.
At least it's
Well, we
safe
still
here.
got
Strong.
one more room to look for.
Yes. Oh, shall we?
Yep, guess so.
Oh, Jake, real quick. When we were tossing room, did we find any parchment, paper, and or writing utensils?
No, but as you go and look at the fireplace in the room, you see that there's seared bits of paper and parchment in there. They're by this point not
Legible.
salvageable, like in any sort of way. Even a mending spell would most likely not fix them because it's just been too long, and they're too far gone from what they were originally. But you see them. You see that there.
So I would say, just for curiosity's sake, I would try mending, see that it fails, and well, someone destroyed evidence of something. I point out the burned papers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't have mending, so I couldn't have tried that.
I know. Well,
That was my artificer that was going to have mending.
You could've-
My bad.
You could have mentioned it to me, and I would have tried.
I said it for a reason. So
Right.
Yeah, well, no use crying over spilt embers. Let's go check that last room.
Poor
Alright.
choice of words, friend.
You make your way towards the last room. Do you go to open the door?
Yeah.
Alright, as you open the door and you see what looks like the master bedroom.
Shit, I always wondered what it was like in here.
It's a rather fancy looking, very nice room. It appears to have been torn apart, though, as if someone was trying to take everything they can and leave.
Is there a nice pillow in here?
Yeah?
I am cramming it into my bag.
Alright.
Maybe you might thinking of leaving
Sorry.
that for the folks when they
How does a cushion help our defense?
move in.
A well-rested head thinks better on the field of battle.
Yeah, I'm just thinking maybe it might do better, for the folks, living without.
Am I not living without?
A cool guy just drove by.
Job's just gonna shrug it off.
If it's a big deal, I'll leave it on the bed. I would like something to lay my head on. The bed is still here for whoever needs it.
Hey, do whatever you want. Keep turning the plate.
Alright. Investigation rolls.
Alright.
Solid.
Good one.
Like it's not like it knows I'm bad at this skill. It straight up just rolled 2 ones, thinking, "Oh, it's Zach. He's playing." Of course, I'll give him several ones.
Soren, pull open the drawer on the side of his bed, and you find what looks like a bag, actually. A very nice-looking bag that you can detect bits of magic on without even rolling Arcana, and as well, directly next to it is a stake, a wooden stake. Very finely made and very pointed and sharp.
It doesn't feel magical, though?
No.
Is it ribeye?
T-bone.
Wow.
But
Wow.
it is a wooden stake correctly kept directly at the side of the bed. In the drawer.
So, someone was afraid of vampires, as I'm gonna pull out the stake and toss it to Job.
Seems he was expecting it.
Fuck. Shit.
I'm gonna turn to watch the door behind us.
Okay.
I pick up the steak from.
Alright, you pick it up.
Bet this would probably come in handy for the Lord out wherever he might be.
It's gonna come in handy for someone in the town that doesn't have a stake.
Sure enough.
So, if we have 10 minutes, I'd like to find out what this is. So I hold up the bag.
That's a bag.
Right. I begin to ritually cast Identify.
Okay. So you all wait the 10 minutes?
Yeah.
As the 10 minutes pass, it is a bag of holding.
Well, we should go back to the wine room.
Fuck yeah.
Should have seen that coming.
Should have seen that come. We fucking get loaded.
Okay.
No.
I want to, before we leave the room, I want to check for any hidden doors or drawers or compartments in the bedroom, especially even under the bed.
Roll an investigation. as you find nothing.
Okay. Shall we get to more wine? I'm sure we can fit quite a bit more in this bag.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Oh man, you guys have really good investigation.
He's got jokes.
I mean, I was almost gonna like let it ride before you came up with that thing for my religion, just because I thought it would be hilarious if I didn't have any skill whatsoever.
When we get back into the wine room,
Mm-hmm.
Once we finish stuffing the bag of holding, we have how many wine bottles before I offer my question?
I'll say 24.
24, alright.
It's a lot of wine.
It is. And I don't want any of it but one. I would like to run my hands along the floor and the walls in here.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure as well.
Nothing. Not even gonna need a
Okay.
roll for that one.
Okay. I think we've thoroughly checked this place out.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Should probably get back to town. Or the main part of town. Before it gets too late.
Yeah, I'm
I can lock the door behind us if you'd like, to help deter people from entering.
that would yeah, that'd be all right. I mean, do we have a key?
I am a key.
All right. Do we have more than just a random stranger that walked through town that has access to this building?
I don't have the key of the building on hand. If you all don't, then I'm imagining it went with the Lord.
Do you have actually? You know what? I think I might have a solution for that. Don't worry about it.
So, shall I lock it?
I'm gonna ask a question real quick. Are
Okay.
you locking the main door or the bedroom door?
I think just the main door, right?
To the building that the people need
So
to
the-
be evacuated to, and you don't have
Well-
a key for.
So, yeah.
He's
so
planning on
before
solving
we
that problem.
before we do that, I'm gonna actually can you dismantle the lock? Can you like take it off?
Can I, Jake?
I mean, sure.
Okay. Yeah, I could probably manage that.
All right. I don't know if I expect us to be moving in tonight. But yeah, let me take the lock. I think I can do something with it.
All right. Instead of locking the door, I will dismantle the lock and give it to him.
Uh-huh.
All right. So Darius wanted us to head over to the church. Y'all are welcome to join me. I don't really know what would be useful for all of us to go there, but you're more than welcome to join me.
Well, if there are people that need healing tended to, is that where they would be?
No,
Jake,
they'd
would
be at
they
the
be
physicians.
there at the physician?
They'd be at the physicians, not at the church.
Well, I should probably stop by there and see if there's any minor help that I can provide
But
before the fighting comes.
you also know that nobody is currently in the injured there at the very least. Only minor scratches have really been gotten so far. And the only big thing was the girl getting taken. Aside from that,
Jake.
nobody suffered any big wounds. What?
I'm reading this correctly. The girl is not. It's someone other than Lady Elaine.
No, Lady Elaine disappeared a very long time ago.
Okay.
This girl disappeared when this started happening. She was taken in the middle of the night. Nobody knows by what or how.
Yeah. Got you. Okay.
Well, he knows that it was a young girl.
I mean, I have some guesses, seeing as he had a stake. Someone said they were coming to collect, and the rest of the body's missing. But
Oh, I'm assuming the vampires are after him as well.
Anyway, what are you all doing?
well, we've secured where they're staying, right? So we should go check out the church on our way back.
Yeah,
What-
that
yeah,
sounds like a good plan.
Gonna go check out the church?
What time is it?
It's like 3 p.m. You have a solid hour before you have to go to the meeting.
Okay.
Sounds good.
As you
Yeah,
start...
we'll just hop in real quick.
Okay. As you start making your way towards the church, as you see it off on the distance, as it's a not huge, but a decent-sized, well-made church building, as you see the symbol of a, what looks like a dragon wrapped around a bright sun in the stained glass window.
I will smile at seeing that.
Sorry, say that again.
A dragon wrapped around a symbology of the bright sun in the stained glass window.
This is a Temple of the Sun.
Yes.
Maybe the Temple of the Dragon.
The dragon is the god of the sun, my friend.
I both in-game and out-of-game did not know that. So,
That just adds to the excitement.
yep.
In fact, his name is Pelsraz.
Helm's Rats. The Sun Dragon? Or the Dragon Sun? Or the...
God of the sun. The dragon god of the sun.
Oh.
Jukebox.
As you stand outside the doors of the church and you stand outside.
Shall we go in, Joe?
What should we knock first?
I'm just gonna crack open the.
Alright, as you crack open the door, you've been to the church before. As you look inside and you see it's a rather plain looking normal church. All the pews are empty, and there is a single woman in full plate armor who is kneeling at the front of the church in front of the large statue of the dragon, as she appears to be praying to herself. And as you open the door, she turns her head back and spots you all. As she spots you, Job, as she stands up, turns back, holding
She's single.
a helmet in her hand. As
Sorry, I
she
had to say it before we got any further serious.
as she begins walking over, as you guys get a better look at her now, she is in full plate armor. She stands at about 6'2", and she has this longer ginger hair. She looks to be an older woman, maybe about like 55 years old. As she steps over, she's rather well built, very broad shoulders, bulky build. As this is the best token I got for her.
Oh,
Nice.
The lesser-known Australian TV character, Bulky Bill.
As she walks over to you, looks down.
you're not doing you're not doing me any favors with my goddamn love of Brigitte.
With your what?
My love of Brigitte.
Oh my fucking god, you
Oh
bastard! Man.
fucking hell.
As she looks out at you, almost. Job, good to see you here.
Miss Stonegaze.
Have you come to try and help us?
Yeah, so, this here's, Soren, Astrid, and the big fellas, Damocles.
She looks
They
up
showed
at
up
the big
today.
I'm gonna bow deeply.
one. Good to meet you all then.
Good to
So-
meet you as well, Lady Paladin.
Are you all here to assist in the coming battle?
We are. Are you a servant of the sun?
Yes. Have been for a long time.
Even more of a pleasure to meet you.
So we just got done rummaging through the estate there.
Did you find anything useful from our oh so magnanimous lord?
Do you like wine?
No,
Not much.
not much anymore.
Can't handle the stuff.
It's not too bad though. It's a fairly rigid structure. I think we can support it, and could act as a good new base of operations if need be.
Hopefully the plan will work then. As you're speaking, as you hear a man's voice cry out in the distance as he goes, Colette, can you help me with these, please? They're heavy. As she chuckles a bit, she goes, may I ask your assistance on some
Yeah. Oh yeah.
minor tasks we've mostly wrapped up here? As she begins walking off towards the back end of the church.
Follow her.
Alright, as you follow her, she goes to a door, opens it, and steps in. And as you follow, you see what looks like what would be a storeroom. And you see what looks like a half-elven man. He has, short, blonde hair. And, you can tell he's half-elven by the slightly pointed ears. He has, bluish eyes. You recognize him, Job. This is, the priest of the town. This is, Priest
Roger.
Roderick Harthen.
Oh, Roderick. I thought you
Yeah.
said Roger.
No, it's Roderick. You know, he's
I was gonna say, like,
he's an older half-elf gentleman. He's about 48 years old, but he looks very young.
You definitely said Roger before, unless
I
there's another
did
Carthen.
not say Roger. I know I didn't say Roger because
It's
the
in my
one
notes.
note says Roderick, and the one note was written weeks ago.
Okay, I believe you.
You may have misheard Roger.
It's all good.
That's what he looks like, and it's not a big deal. As he's trying to lift what looks like buckets that you can see, and there are a couple of these buckets, about 6 of them, and he's trying to lift 2 that you can see are filled with this viscous golden oil-like substance. As he turns back, hearing the door open, he goes, Colette, I didn't know we had
Hey,
visitors.
hey, Father.
Evening to you, Job.
Yeah. Look, listen, shit. Why don't you have us help you out with that? And I got something needs discussing, if you got a moment.
Of course. And I would certainly appreciate the help. I'm not suited to this type of work.
Nah, you should probably put that down. You look like you're hurting yourself.
Thank you. We're supposed to be taking it to the inn, the headquarters, so that we can hopefully apply these to some of the weapons.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Cool. We'll get that squared away. We'll stack them up in the front when we're about to head out that way in a minute.
Good. I didn't have much time as we were short-staffed with only me and Colette, but I wanted to bless some weapons if possible. I think I really only have time to do it for one person, though, so I'll see what I can do, and if any of you think I should give it to someone in particular, let me know.
Yeah, and I'll lend my assistance where I can.
Appreciate it.
I kind of give him a look, and then I kind of look down at my feet a little bit.
As he drops the buckets and goes, but thank you very much for the assistance here. Stonegaze chuckles as she walks over and picks up the 2 buckets he was trying to pick up with a great effort, very easily. It looks like it's
hot.
nothing to her as she's just carrying them.
Oh, that's so hot.
He's too horny, oh no!
Oh man.
Zach has a thing for big, strong women.
Big, strong gingers.
All right.
As what the rest of you do.
Look on in concern at Job, otherwise remain your attention.
Job's erection is starting to get distracted.
Hold up.
So we're gonna have
You
to
can't
leave.
see that. No, that's not.
You can't see
That's
his
not
erection. You
canonical.
can't. No.
That's not canonical. You can't.
Oh.
Cut the stream. Cut the stream.
Listen, y'all didn't hear shit.
We're gonna edit that out in post. It's okay.
What kind of blessing, Father, are you referring to for weapons?
I could give a slight blessing for the night. I can't do anything more than that. It would aid in the fight against the foul creatures that are attacking. Hurt them more.
Well, either of these two, I'm going to point to Damocles and Astrid,
My,
would make good choices.
my, they certainly would. As he looks up at you, Damocles, as he focuses a moment, he goes, "You have the markings of the Lady of Justice, do you not? I can sense it almost."
I am an instrument of Larithia, goddess of justice and battle.
I see. Well, you're certainly most welcome here, then. And I thank you for the aid you'll be giving us. As he gives you a slight bow, Damocles.
Yeah, another deep bow. Thank you, Father.
Anything I can do to assist you all in your fight against the creatures, just let me know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, not so much the fight, but and Job's gonna, pull out the blanket wrapped head. He's like, just be wary. Might be a little too much for the squeamish.
I can smell it from here.
I unwrap it and show him who it is.
Where did you find the head of Lady Elaine?
It was in an interesting spot, to say the least. Up in the manor, on a desk on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
And at the very least, we could, give her a proper burial.
Yeah, I can go do something with it. Hand it to me. As he goes, wrap it up, please, first.
Yep, sure. There you go.
I'll meet you all back up at the tavern. Just let me finish up here. I'll be able to bring the holy water and such, just I need to do the final rites for this. I'll meet you up at the tavern.
Yeah, appreciate it.
As, there are 4 more of those, barrels. I mean, not barrels, buckets filled with this, viscous oil-like golden, substance.
I mean, speaking from an incredibly metagame perspective, performing last rites on something is a very good way to be alone with the corpse. Just saying. This guy might be up to something.
The ever paranoid Andrew.
Say it in character or out of character, however you want it to be.
I won't say it.
Okay.
I just want everyone else to know what I'm
Sure.
thinking.
Sure.
Not everyone is suspicious. Not every temple, not every priest of a sun god deserves to die.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Andrew.
I just enjoy murdering
God damn.
priests of sun gods, alright?
Alright.
It's a
It's
local
what,
law.
it's what it seems like it might be. It might be.
No. Father Carson's good folk. He's alright.
Anyway, what do you all do?
I'll try and grab 2 barrels.
Okay, you do it with ease. It doesn't take you any effort. So there are 2 more left.
I'll assist where I can.
Okay, what's your strength?
I'll help Astrid carry one.
10
I'll-
plus 0.
So between
I'll
the 2
carry
of
the
you,
loss.
you have no issue. Damocles, it's not hard for you either. As you all start making your way back towards the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
as you make your way back towards the tavern, and you see that there is a new man on guard right now, actually. As he sees you, he goes, "Afternoon, Job."
Hey, Thatcher. How's it hanging?
Could be better.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Considering it could be worse, though. Need some help with those?
No, we're good.
Well, I can at least get you the door, as he opens the door for you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. As you step in, and you see that everyone's doing their part in there. People are sharpening weapons. People are at the table with Darius being explained things. And you see Colette setting down the two buckets as she walks over to Darius. The rest of you, I imagine, are going to go set down the buckets where she did.
Mm-hmm.
You're cutting out for me, by the way.
Am I? Am I cutting out for everybody?
I'm not sure if
Yes.
it's me or not.
Okay.
Yeah, just a bit.
Just anytime it happens, let me know so I can do this. And it fixes, usually.
Yeah, it does. It does pretty well for everybody.
So, set down the barrels, I imagine, the buckets, and what do you do?
Yes.
You see Colette go over to Darius as she goes to begin to speak to him.
Job, you might want to share that letter that I showed you with Darius.
Yeah. Darius,
Well, they're in the middle of a conversation first. Are you going to interrupt it, or? As Darius stops and Colette stops and goes, "I suppose this must be important then." As Darius looks at you and goes,
yeah, it's
"What'd you find?"
it's something to note. We were exploring the manor. Top floor, we found this next to the severed head of Lady Elaine.
Big news. He looks at it, turns it over to Stonegaze as she looks at it, and he goes, "What do you make of it?" And she just rubs her chin and goes, "It seems our kind lord may have had more than skeletons in his closet. Perhaps vampires in his closet." Fuck. That's the third time. As she sighs, turns to you all and goes, "You found this in his house?"
Yeah, up in the study.
As she turns to Darius and goes, "Does anyone have any idea on the location of the Lord?" As he just shakes his head and goes, "No, we stopped keeping track as we decided we weren't going to be able to convince him to come back." She goes, "Of course we did."
Sorry guys, I'm being called away for an errand. I'll be maybe 10 or 15 minutes, so please continue without me.
Okay.
Could we take a break maybe?
We're close to the end.
Like 5-10 minutes?
Sure. Take
I'll
a
be there
5
as soon
to
as I
10
can.
minute.
Sorry, guys.
We'll take a 5 to 10 minute break and we'll wrap up when everyone gets
break?
back. Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Because I don't think anyone can go over, so.
Alright, real quick.
I'm AFK then. I'll
Yep.
be back in 5 minutes.
Alright.
So Rogue is sick?
Yeah, Rogue's sick. As I will as we get right back into it. As we are back. So, where did we leave off in that conversation?
I believe we showed them the note. We were determining that we did not know where the Lord was and where we were going.
Colette speaks out. She goes, shakes her head, and she goes, "This is something to figure out after the case. We have a lot on our plate right now.
Duh.
So, anything else that was useful in there, or just what you found?"
We found a fuck ton of wine.
Yes, be more than willing to share that for spirits after the events of tonight.
I'm sure Daedra could make good use of it, and it's not like our wonderful lord's going to be using it anytime soon.
Rephrase. I gave coins to, which weren't much, to Job that were found there.
Yeah, we got a handful of coins here.
Don't have much use for coin at the moment.
Yeah, honestly, they're probably worth more in material than quantity. Found a wooden stake.
Really?
Beside the bed of in the master bedroom.
I toss it on the table.
Seems like he very much was afraid of vampires in the closet. What were you doing? As she just looks at it, as she shakes her head. Can't think about it now.
Weird, like.
Because
we have to focus on the closet. Is there something I'm not getting here?
It's an expression.
Oh, all right. Yeah, sure.
What's the situation, Darius? As he sighs and goes, "We've only got bits of the wall up. There are gaps in it, but it sets up the general idea. Is any time to finish it?" He shakes his head. "Not much. Not much to fill all the holes, at least." As she just sighs and rubs her temples. "At least we know the people will be safe."
Yeah, I mean, there's a decent amount of space on all the floors. We can start moving some beds in there and putting them in advantageous positions. Start barricading.
There's an attic on the top floor in the storage room.
Useful. We'll have
yeah,
someone.
It could be,
Okay. What about the alchemist and the physician? Did the two of them get anything made? She says, looking at Darius, as she goes, "We got a bunch of regular healing potions made. That's about it. Maybe one for each of the combatants." She just nods her head. "Good enough." We have buckets of holy oil over there. We'll be able to apply weapons in them so that they'll be able to pack a bit more of a punch on the creatures for about an hour. And, well, Roderick should be on his way with holy water, which should only be used on vampires or more serious threats, if we see them. Aside from that, I think it's time to discuss strategy. As she leans down looking at the map, but Darius looking at it as well, goes, "Yeah." As he looks to you four now and goes, "I know you can handle yourself in a fight, Job. The rest of you?" As he looks to Damocles and goes, "I can tell you can."
Indeed. Damocles in tongues, not remembering missing the toad. then missing the face.
So does Astrid and Soren say anything to the...
I'm gonna refuse. I'd rather not have the holy blessing.
No. Can you fight is the question.
Oh, can I fight? Yes. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm being talked to on like 5 different angles.
That's fine.
Yes, I'm more than capable to fight. Do we have an hour before they should be here?
We have more than an hour, but we're going to start preparing in about an hour.
Well, if I have an hour to rest, I'll be 100%.
Okay. Fair enough. Take your hour then. But let me explain what's going to happen first. So, we're evacuating the townsfolk into the manor. We're going to have a couple men with them, escorting them and setting up their safe haven there. As well, while that's happening, there are 2 entrances to the town that are important. You've blocked off all over the ways into the town with the gate, mostly. It's not perfect, but it'll keep most things out. We have 2 entrances now, one at the back and one at the front. We're expecting the bulk of the force to come at the front, as he circles a point on the map, indicating the front. That's going to be where me, the Royal Paladin, the Priest, and a couple of my other men are going to be. I'm thinking that we need someone to cover the back, as he points to the back entrance and circles it, as he goes, "You 4 and a couple men. That sound good to you? Think you can handle it?"
I think you can handle it. Are you sure you don't want someone with some effective area damage fighting with the larger group?
As you say that, Colette speaks up and goes, "Roderick will be enough for that. He's quite skilled with his divine magic."
I'm sure we can handle it, and I point to me and Zarin, but I don't know about that guy. And I point to Job. Like, he's got a big axe, right? But I haven't seen him actually do anything.
It's a big hammer.
As Darius chuckles at that and goes, "I can vouch for Job. He's a good fighter. And useful to have with you."
Yeah, yeah, it's.
I witnessed him vanquish a demon at the manor.
I'm back.
I've got a bit more going for me than my rugged good looks.
As Colette stops at
Just
that, and
chuckles.
goes, "A demon at the manor."
Yeah, it was a pesky tiny little thing. Didn't really make too much note of it, but
Look like a bug?
I burnt. Yeah, a little bit. I burnt it up real quick though.
A Quisette. Good that you took care of it. They use it as scouts. If they knew the people were there, it would have been disastrous. Good job.
All right, cool. That's a win.
You burned it with what?
I've got some. God, this is gonna sound. I've got some holy power.
Does he have a visible holy symbol?
No. If question, he'll tug open his shirt and there's like a visible, like thick, dark black tattoo over his heart. And
didn't
Jake,
have to
you
go
can-
that way.
No, it's cool. I don't mind.
I can describe it?
Yeah, if I mean, I just know the name of the god. I don't
Yeah, no. The holy the symbol is of an anvil being struck by a hammer as what looks like embers begin to burst forth off of it.
Job vanquished the fiend with righteous fire. Fiends and demons are different than the other. The demon
Yeah.
with righteous fire.
So
I did do that.
So you're a servant of the God of the Forge.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess servant's a word for it. Ornerer. Ornerer. He came to me in our hour of need, I suppose. Chose me, I think. I don't know. It was all kind of weird. I was I wasn't fully with it that night, but yeah, seems. I guess I've got a bit of a bigger purpose here.
Soren touches him on the shoulder and goes, "You've been blessed by a god. It's something to be proud of."
Yeah, I mean, whatever it takes to help this town.
As this
These
happens,
people
Roderick
my
walks in
family.
with a crate full of what you can see to be water in these flasks. That's the holy water. Good. So, you four covering the back while we handle the front line.
Sounds like a plan.
Good.
Excellent.
If anything happens, let one of the militiamen know. Have them run to us and we'll come over as soon as possible. But if you don't leave your position until you're absolutely sure none are coming in through the back anymore. The back is a good way for them to reach the manor.
Understood. Out of curiosity, by the back, how much flammable objects and things will there be?
Couple houses. Some
Are those
trees.
houses any consequence?
I'd like it if none of the houses got destroyed, but the homes aren't worth their lives, so if
No, Darius, we can rebuild the houses.
I know,
It's fine.
that's what I'm saying.
As long as the people are all.
But I would prefer if they didn't have to be destroyed unless it was absolutely necessary.
Accidents happen. Just wanted to ask.
You won't be punished if you burn down a home or something, don't worry.
Just maybe don't make a habit.
Aside from that, we have some time left. There are a couple things we could do.
Such as? Oh, I need to take an hour break.
Yeah, you need to take an hour break.
sitting down.
Yeah, you
I'm
need
sitting down.
you need to take an hour break. As he looks to the rest of you and goes, we could try to cover the gaps in the wall. We could see if maybe someone could help the alchemists make some more potions. Or we could... I don't know.
Well,
If any of you have any suggestions.
There's plenty
As-
of furniture we could probably turn into some pretty decent spice.
As you hear a familiar voice speak up of Grudrak, as he goes, "Hey, I have an idea what you could do." As
Shit. So
Darius-
you haven't skipped town yet, have you?
As Darius kind of sighs, and he goes, I'll only be doing that tomorrow." As he walks over and he goes, "Make traps? Could do that. Could be useful." Darius says, "They could, but they'd also only be one-time use. And I don't know if there's anyone else in the village that knows how to make them."
Wow, almost said the wrong name. Soren raises his hand from the seat that he's sitting at and hovers over. I could make traps.
Thought you needed an hour.
I thought it was gonna be roughly an hour before we start preparing.
It's true. As Grudrak goes, "Aye, me and him can make some traps. The two of us. It'll be useful. At the back, and a couple in the front." As Darius will look to you and goes, "Are you good with that?"
I am fine with that.
Alright. We could patch holes in the wall, or...
I will work on the wall, and with that I'll leave the town.
As you
Headquarters,
start heading to
whatever
leave,
we're
Colette goes, "I'll do the same," as she goes and walks with you. As Roderick looked towards you as he's leaving, as you're leaving Damocles, he goes, "Sir Damocles, stop by when you're finished. I will see if I could do something for your weapon for the night."
I shall, good priest.
As he nods to you.
I
As-
purposely head out the door.
Astrid and Job remains as Darius looks to you as he goes, "Alright. He seems to be thinking of things that what they could do as he looks and goes, "If you have any suggestions, speak up, either of you."
I am not the most helpful in a siege situation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we can get done in the amount of time we have, but like I said, we could maybe possibly break up some furniture and make them out into spikes, at least, as a temporary barrier. Maybe dig some pits.
We can attempt that, yeah. Let's do that then.
Alright, I'll get some of the boys in it.
I think we'll really only have time for the front, if that's okay, though.
Yeah, that's alright. I think we'll be able to manage.
Alright. As everyone is going to be doing things separately. So, Soren, you can give me 2 Thieves' Tools rolls with advantage, as I'm going to do his as well. Oh, wow!
Good time to get a good roll, too.
That's a good roll, yeah. And he got 2 decent ones, an 18 and a 14. Wait, he has advantage too. So he's supposed to roll 4 times, actually. So the first one's an 18. Second one's a 23.
And I had a 27 and an 18.
Oh man, that was so close to a second nat 20. It rolled back onto the 14.
Oh.
But it's 20. So the 18 and a 23. And a 27 and an 18. Yeah, you guys make some good traps. You set up 2 traps at the front. A pitfall trap that leads into some spikes. And a trap that is another pitfall that falls into a pit of holy oil. And as well, at the back, you set up a spike trap where when something steps on its location, a board that is covered in spikes shoots up and impales them.
A board.
Covered in
You
spikes.
broke up.
Covered in spikes shoots up and impales them.
Oh, okay.
And another pitfall trap, this one with holy oil as well. And a crossbow trap at the front of the at the entrance of the back gate.
Okay.
And then from Damocles, I'm going to need 2 athletics with advantage.
Oh, was I supposed to be writing those down, or were you?
I mean, you can write them down, but I'll remember them.
Okay.
I am tireless in the pursuit of justice.
As she will go as well. That's a bad roll, but she has advantage. So maybe it'll be better. A bit better. And then 1 more. As Damocles, while you're working with Colette, you see that she is incredibly strong as well, as she picks up whole bits of lumber with one arm, lugging it over her shoulder, putting it on the wall. She's incredibly strong. As
This is the female paladin, yeah?
yes, it is.
Right.
The one with markings of the sun god on it, which comes from the same pantheon as your goddess. As
Yep, I know she was as well now.
as you between the two of you managed to patch up most of the holes in the walls, actually. There's only one real big one remaining, and that's at the front. As we go to Job, Astrid, and Darius. Okay, let's see. Let me think. First, athletics rolls. First, an athletics roll from Job and from Astrid with advantage. Darius will get one as well. Not a terrible roll. I did not do that properly.
Nice, Job.
Mm-hmm.
As he also gets a good roll as well. as you have managed to break down a lot of these blocks, wooden tables, this furniture really easily. And then, let's see, you're making...
Spike barricades?
Alright, now 2 survival rolls from Job and Astrid with advantage, and 2 from Darius.
The natural 20s!
Oh, jeez, dude!
Where? These are just coming out of the woodwork.
Yep, we are gonna survive so hard.
One more survival.
Yeah,
Astrid.
from you, Astrid.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you get 2.
2 survivals.
Darius has good rolls, too!
Nice.
Jeez.
We gonna survive the fuck out of this.
It's a 23 and a 21 for Darius.
Yeah, boy.
Crack.
Yeah,
And then it's
boy.
a nat 20, a nat 20, and then a 20. And a 14.
Yeah, 14 was the worst roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you manage to set up these spiked walls to try and stop them from entering at the front, and you even make some time to set up some ones at the back, actually. As you all prepare pretty heavily for what's to come. As
Ho ho ho.
night falls.
What is to come?
Night.
Do 1 second, I'm finding a proper token for this. As night falls and you all finish up what you do. Working pretty hard. As Damocles, you go back and you get your weapon blessed by the priest.
So we do.
As for the night, for the entirety of the night, the entire 8 hours, your glaive does an extra d6 against fiends.
Right.
I'm assuming it's radiant.
Yes. And the rest of you get the chance to dunk your weapons in holy oil buckets, and you get an extra d4 damage on hit against fiends and undead for the night. It's undead for you as well, Damocles. For that's 1 hour actually for you. For just the holy oil.
Do I dunk my hands in it?
You have Kensei weapons. I assumed
Yeah.
you'd be using those, but that's my bad if you're not.
I mean, I don't think you could oil your hands, right?
You could, I mean, in theory. If you don't, you don't. Those of you with weapons to cover to holy oil, you holy oil.
I'll dunk some crossbow. If there's spare holy oil after everyone else has, then I'll dunk some crossbow bolts in it.
Okay, so all of you that do the holy oil and get the extra d4. Except for Damocles, you just have the d6. You can't stack them.
Roger.
That'd be too good. And the night falls as you all finish what you're doing and head to your posts. As you make your way towards the back gate, you are accompanied by 4 of these foot soldiers who, I mean, they don't seem, they're shaking, they seem a bit scared, they're very much not used to this. You can tell they're shook, at the very least. And I'm going to move you all to a battle map, and we're going to wrap up soon.
I'm going out of my way to not name these pores.
Well, I'm
Just
going to.
in case.
Oh.
As you all can move yourselves to where you wish to be. As this is the spiked barrier. I'm going to draw. This is the pitfall trap. The holy oil one.
You mean one of the pitfall traps?
There's only one pitfall trap here. This is the crossbow trap. These 2 are the crossbow traps. And this is the plank trap.
You said you made we made 2 pitfalls.
At the front, Epipir's Ben does not pay attention.
God, Ben.
If I have to reiterate, which it seems I do, you made a crossbow trap at the gate. Then you made a trap where if you step on this, a spiked wooden thing comes out of the ground and impales you. And then you have this, which is a pitfall trap full of holy oil. The front had 2 pitfall traps. It had a pitfall trap of spikes and a pitfall trap of holy oil.
I'm going to try to rally the troops.
You're going to try and rally them? Alright, what are you going to say?
I'm good at rallying troops. Take heart, militiamen. Though some of you may die, we are in the pursuit of justice.
They look at you in the visor, and you see a couple of them ease up as so one of them shakes down and goes, At least if I die, I'll be protecting my home.
If one of you goes down, I will make sure you come back up.
That's ominous.
Was that Andrew, or was that...
Astrid and Andrew. I often speak the same as my character.
It's not ominous to say that you kill someone if they go down, Astrid.
Yeah, but the way you said it...
Your traveling companion makes a pretty good point. Your phrasing leaves much to be desired.
As one of them,
a necromancer.
As one of them stutters out, and he goes, "I understood what you meant, Master Soren."
I mean,
I
listen.
appreciate it.
I've never met a necromancer, so I don't really practically know what they look like.
So, to do a better explanation, since these are just generic tokens, I'm going to give markings. This is green. Green is a axeman with a shield. This is blue. Blue is another axeman with a shield.
My boy Blue.
This is pink. He is a crossbowman. And this is yellow, and he is a short bow user.
John, Paul, George, Ringo.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Mr. Job, we're going to do a great job here, aren't we?
Instant regret! Instant regret!
That's where we're wrapping up today.
We're wrapping it.
Okay, alright, we're gonna wrap in a second. So, for the sake that you all are the seniority of the group, you get to command them and tell them where to stand, and you all can put yourself in whatever positions you want as you are preparing for battle.
Pink and yellow may want to stay back with me.
Okay, so pink is going to get right here next to you, and yellow is actually going to climb up onto the little balcony over here on this house with a bit of a vantage point.
It's not a bad idea.
The rest of you have anything specific?
Sorry, what was blue and green wheel?
Axemen with shields.
All right. Yeah, you stick close to me. All right.
Okay.
I was talking to John. Ringo,
Okay.
you go over there. Spread it out. Just
stand up on this house, or is it only that one that has the vantage point?
You can try and climb this house.
I would like to do
Okay,
that.
Roll acrobatics.
it's like herding fucking cats.
Yeah, you manage to. Pretty easily. You get yourself atop this house. You're about 20 feet up.
Ha.
Hmm?
Yep, that's good.
Okay. And if that's everyone, you all... What?
As long as Biggin stays within 30 feet of me before the start of combat, we're good.
As you all prepare as you climb up onto your house, Astrid, as you wait as the sun begins to slowly set on the horizon. As you watch as it is painstakingly slow, as it just trickles down, and then it goes down. And the silence of night creeps in. When all of a sudden the silence of night is interrupted by a blood-curdling, ear-piercing roar. So we're going to wrap the session up there. And next week, we will pick up
That was terrifying.
with
Okay.
the start of the night.